Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the next and sadly final episode in the Marlais Chronicles, Marlais story that we've been telling. Trilogy. There we go. Trilogy. That's what I wanted to say. My name is Josh. I use he/him pronouns, and I shall be your game master for tonight. And as you can see, I am joined by some absolutely lovely people who are bringing back their fabulous characters for one final boat ride, ship ride. I don't know. Anyway, Tom, tell us who you are and who you're playing, just for people who don't know.
I'll have you know, she's a ship, and she's one of the finest ships of this fleet of one ship. Hi, Tom. He/him pronouns, and I'm playing the captain of this magnificent ship. My name is Marlais Galliot. My previous ship was the Marlais, and this is the Lottie Marlais. So we gave her. She's magnificent. She's sentient. She's our best friend. Underneath Bosun the penguin. As I said, Marlais. He's a water elf. As we'll later find out, one of the great pirates of his age. At the moment, just sailing around, getting into mischief. And also making terrible deals with people. But there will more on that later. Anyway. Throw it over to someone else, Josh, before I tell everyone my secrets.
Yes, let's throw it over to Evie next.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronoun. Words. I can do them.
I don't think I can get. I don't think I can get pronouns that long on the stream.
You can if you're dedicated.
Yeah.
Try.
You can. I'm a robot who had pretty much every single pronoun under the sun, and it still made it on.
Yes, she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Nim, who also uses she, her pronouns. And Nim is a wyvern blood dragonkin storm sorcerer, and now potentially a level of something creepy and tentacular. We shall see, but Nim is the navigator of this crew, very territorial over the navigation and the winds, and also thinks that she's the first mate, but I think everyone thinks that a little bit, so we'll bounce it to someone else.
We're going to move over to Talia next.
Hi, Talia, she, her, and I am playing Izzy, they, them, lizard folk, marine lizard gremlin. Here, not necessarily first mate, but the one that makes the whole thing go. Ship repair person, married to the sea. Have you seen my wife? Where's my wife? There's my wife. And also, can I have that? Yeah. Rogue thief. 5 levels of wife cleric.
Wife cleric.
I love that.
Immaculate.
And also, yeah, we'll do anything to get to where the wife is.
Amazing. And then finally, Nat.
Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns, and my character is Hogarth, who uses he, him pronouns, and he's mostly along for the ride, like these people here, the crew here, they're his ride or dies, and he'll do anything for him. He lifts stuff. He pulls ropes. He plays songs sometimes. Sometimes he swings from the ropes, and his shirt goes wide and shows off just how big his chest is. He's a hobgoblin. We don't use hobgoblins here. No, he's an orc. He's a red orc. And he's very big. Sometimes he's even bigger than that. Maybe we'll see him actually do that today. And he is a bit of fighter, bit of bard, and a bit of something else now. He's definitely not first mate, though. He has no aspersions to be first mate. He's just everybody's mate,
I guess Nim is first mate then, if no one else is taking the credit. Congratulations, you've been promoted.
I don't need to take it to be it.
I think that we all know who the first mate is now that it is official, finally.
It's the penguin, right?
It's Bosun.
It's
Bosun.
Isn't it Pebble?
Bosun. Yeah.
I was just made first mate and I'm already being kicked off for the penguin.
Pebble just goes, whack, and promotes themselves.
To be fair, though, Nim, Pebble is closest friends with Marlais. He,
Yes, that is exactly what first mate means, Hogarth. Thank you for grounding me.
Anyway,
welcome.
before we allow this to carry on, we have a couple of sponsors and supporters to thank. Our sponsor for tonight is Phoenix Dice. Go to phoenixdice.com to check out their selection, including some limited edition Roll Together dice. And if you use the code Roll Together at checkout, you can get 25% off of your purchase. We're also proud to be supported and support Bearded Ladies, clothing company made by Roll Together veterans Ed and G. You can go check out all of their stuff in the description below. We're also proud to be supported by Homie and the Dude. Homie and the Dude are some TTRPG content creators who make fabulous books, including The Wandering Tavern, which you'll see on our Twitch stream during the break time. If you go to their website, which is in the description below, and use Roll Together at checkout, you can get 10% off of your purchase for their various different settings books. They've got a new system agnostic book coming out later on this year, which is based on Dune. It's like a Dune sort of setting, but not Dune. So it's similar, so go check that out when that pops up. And massive thank you to the D20 Club and Dice Heads on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Tom for various different reasons. And you can follow the links again in the description below for all of that. Speaking of description below, if you like what you see, please do like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the video down below. It helps us know what you like, so we know what to make more of for you. And with all of that, can the sponsors help me find my wife? We will find out after the little title thing that's going to pop up right now. So, yes, for those of you who don't quite remember what happened in the last session, which was titled Marlais' Rest, and is on the YouTubes for you to currently view, our party, our crew, should I say, were shipwrecked on a small island.
Sorry.
Yes.
Dancing lights.
The party.
Our crew were stranded on an island which is now called Marlais' Rest because of the ship that was there. They had to abandon the ship and made their way up to a lighthouse where the lighthouse keeper and his family were having some problems with some drowners down underneath. The crew decided to go deal with the drowners, but instead of dealing with the drowners, they got them to basically leave and go back to help the Sea Maiden because they are followers of the Sea Maiden. During that time, they also found a ship down there, and it turned out that it was a ship that had been crewed by Marlais' by one of Marlais' ancestors. Ship was also sentient, and they left and began sailing off to the sea after the Galekeeper Atheon approached them and said, "Hey, there's trouble out there. We need to go out to sea." So that's where everybody went. It's hard to believe that all of that happened in one session because it seems like such a small little segment. You'd think that would fit into one half of a session, and then the second half would have been combat, but somehow we managed to stretch that across a full 3-hour session. I don't know. Anyway,
we're very waffly and talky.
This is true.
Also, friend extraordinaire, be friends with people.
It's true. Yeah. There were some revelations to do with the main campaign in that game as well, but we'll go watch it and then you can find out what those are. Anyway, moving on to today's session, you have been on the sea for about 10 weeks. In that time, our players have been able to gain an additional 3 levels, so they are all now level 9. We won't go over what each of their levels were or anything like that, although one of them we will go over in a moment. But yeah, you can all pull those faces. You decided this. You went, DM, please. And I went, yeah, sure, why not? So we will go over that in a moment. Audience, try and guess in the comments down below what we're on about. Anyway, during that 10 weeks, it's been non-stop sailing. Every time you have gone to sort of run out of supplies and stuff, Atheon has been able to provide new things for you, new bits of food and all of that sort of stuff. He doesn't stay on the ship the entire time. He will turn back into his griffin form and he flies up and sort of scouts out ahead and stuff, and then comes back to rest and have conversations with each of you as and when he returns. There's been a couple of fights as well. You bumped into a few pirates who seem to be sailing away from where you're going. Try to take your ship because it looks big and grand, and they think you've got a lot of stuff on board, but you saw them away quite quickly. The ship is also sentient, so it has provided you with sort of extra. Basically, this ship would need quite a few people to crew it, but because it's sentient, it doesn't need as many, so it helps you out. Like Hogarth will pull some sails down one end, and then the ship itself will do it at the other end. Although the ship itself acts a little bit slower than what it would if an actual person were to do the jobs. Like, every now and then, Marlais can sit down and put his feet up while the ship sort of steers itself, but it steers itself a bit slower, sort of thing. So it's self-driven. Is there anything, because it's been a very long 10 weeks, is there anything that any of you would have wanted to have discussed or would have done, other than the one thing that I will go over in a moment, during this time?
I mean, Hogarth has definitely written like a little song about Atheon being helpful and feeding us, because that's important. Did any of the it's not just us four, right? There was the kid that came with us too.
The kid also got picked up, yeah.
Yeah, you have got Valak Hammerin with you, which
Valak.
is...
Definitely remembered. That was his name.
Yep.
Yeah, son of Kimnak, who you saved from Merkstead when the Vermin Wars sort of struck over it. He came with you, or he accidentally came with you, but is with you.
Yeah, cool.
Plot
armor. Hogarth has been teaching Valak how to play the lute as well.
Yeah, and he's got quite chunky fingers, so it takes him a little while for him to actually get the strings down. So
oh, it doesn't matter though, as long as you play it with confidence and with a smile. Like, people will buy it.
Right, okay.
Try it. Like, when Nim walks past, just like strum a chord and smile at her. See how it works.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you. And keeps going. And yeah, I would say by the end of that, he is proficient in playing an instrument.
When I do walk past, I do just go, "Oh, how lovely! Well done," and keep going.
See?
Oh, big grin on his face and just carries on string. He's about...
Get the wind in your hair more.
Sort of swishes his hair back and forth, and it sort of slaps him in the face. I have to have a haircut. I don't like this.
Nah, you'll get it. You just gotta find the right angle.
Right, okay. Keeps practicing, yeah. Izzy, what would you have been doing during this time?
Oh, it's very weird. Patching up a ship that's also patching herself up. So okay, but I guess there's angles that she can't reach, so I'm like going having that, and also spending a whole bunch of time by the waterline, and I'm asking the fish, "Have you seen my wife? Have you seen my wife?"
You can make me an animal handling check if you'd like.
That is an 11.
A lot of the fish know who Renvia is, or have at least heard of Renvia, and a few of them say that she passed by a long time ago.
Also pouting a lot at this godling who doesn't remember me from the family parties that I was a +1 at. Like,
Yeah.
so there was a lot of unnecessary hammering of like and fixing of things by where he is, which is why he's often in griffin form to get away from it.
Am I supposed to know who you are? Oh, yeah, no. It's like grinding nails on wood. I'm going to go and just jumps off, and he has wings himself. He's got 6 wings, but he flies up a little bit and then transforms into his griffin form, which is larger than a normal griffin, and sort of flies off.
We've had conversations. I've stolen your shit. You should know who I am.
And I think one of you at one point would have gone past where he sleeps, or where he sort of resides when he does land, and he's gone, how am I supposed to remember every mortal that I come across?
I can write a little song if you like. I have one about you, but would it help if I wrote a song about the rest of us too?
Actually, yes, that'd be quite handy. I do like collecting songs. Songs have a lot of hidden information in them.
Sure, hidden information.
You can hide knowledge within words, within song. And also have it open for everybody to see if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah, well, see if you can... Yeah, I've totally got hidden messages in, we'll just start throwing, Atheon is generous. Atheon is great. Atheon provides lots of food upon our plate. Full of hidden messages.
I quite enjoyed that, thank you.
I flick a gold coin to Hoagie and then just turn to Atheon. Like, Atheon, may I make a recommendation regarding the identity of Izzy?
Of course.
You may not remember her, but you are on our ship now, so it might be polite to say, oh yes, of course, you are Izzy, I remember you now, and just leave it at that, and then it'll all go smooth sailing.
Okay, which one's Izzy again?
The blue one, the lizard. I shouldn't call him that, sorry. The shipwright with the hammers that you can't remember?
Right, yes, okay, right. I remember you, of course, but I don't remember anybody else.
That's a little weird for the god of knowledge now, isn't it? Guardian, sorry.
Yes, I'm not at that level, I'm afraid. I know, but, you have to keep a certain amount of knowledge in your brains, and one such as yourself is worth remembering.
Well, as long as you're bunking with us, maybe the rest of the crew might be worth remembering for the duration of this voyage.
I shall take that note on board. It's been a long time since I've been around mortals for a long period of time.
It's been 10 weeks. You should know their names by now.
I should. Yes. Okay. I'm going to go scout. Flies off. That's his way of ending every conversation. He just flies off.
A series of wooden pegs with my name spelled on it in his bunkles.
Who is this?
It's fine, Izzy. I got you. How do you feel about Izzy? They are sneaky. They also know how to fix stuff. They're married to Renvia, and they are blue and buff.
Every single one of those things is true. You're amazing.
Wait, well, Atheon wanted to have, hidden messages in the song as well, so do you want me to put, hidden meaning in there too?
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
I think he was talking about poetry and how, you can read other things, like a metaphor. You say something is like something else by saying something else.
But how is that hidden? You've just told them that it's like something else.
Oh, I get it. So, that statue is worth 300 gold.
Or that statue is like a fine wine that I would enjoy to consume. I'm not a poet.
My wife's smile gives me the same feeling that I see when I see a statue worth 300 gold and it's in my pockets.
Then your smile is worth 300 gold. It's not literally worth 300 gold, but it's a poetic device that adds value that tells you how you feel about it, but it's hidden, you see?
Nim, it's important. You shouldn't drink statues.
That's where I've been going wrong all these years. Thank you, Hoagie.
You're welcome.
Melt it? Can we melt a statue and then drink it?
No one's drinking anything apart from the water. It's just been in a corner looking at maps this entire time. But yes, metaphor. It's important for songwriting. Although Hoagie, I think what you've got's good. Maybe put more references into blue, like the sky and the sea. You're working on it. It's fine. It's great.
I literally say that Izzy's blue in the final line.
Like the sea that supports and loves Izzy. Yeah. No, I'm also blue. And just
yes.
on the deep level, Marlais has never been respected as the captain by his godling. It's fine. It's not like I need the respect due to me.
Do you want to be my son?
Beg your pardon?
Well, if you're the captain of the greatest ship on the sea, and you're the finest captain on the sea, and my wife is the sea, that makes you my stepson.
I think we are, yes. I think I am your step great-grand... But if points towards the figurehead, if that's a version of Renvia, and she was my great-whatever grandmother, then we are, yes, related. But then again, I suppose we're all family on the crew. We don't hug, though. That's not...
Just pat him. Good boy. Good boy.
Thanks, mother. Just weird.
That is not an energy I was thinking we were going to go with in this session.
It's been 10 weeks and we haven't seen land. We've got a little cabin crazy. It's fine. I'm not worried. The captain says don't be worried.
Dad energy. Go to your room.
As the camera pans up, we're in like the captain's cabin. I'm like, we're yes. Let's just go back to the maps.
Just outside the cabin, you can just hear, Marlais, he is also blue. His skin, I don't mean that he is sad. That would be a met and for, but sometimes also he is sad.
I really hope I get a song as well eventually.
I was surprised you already had them, Nim. You seem like the sort of person that people would write ballads about.
Oh, there are many songs about me, to be sure, but I would like one specifically by Hogarth. They got a certain charm.
Challenge accepted.
Skim. Yeah, so I'm not the poet. The Hoagie will get there eventually.
No doubt. Absolutely.
Betty, Nim is smart, but Nim is not as good as my wife. I want my wife.
Is that going to be the content of all your songs about how great your wife is? I like the energy. It's strong. It's a choice.
Oh, Izzy, it's okay. We're going to get her.
She's so scared.
And we're gonna solve that. We're on the way. We're taking steps.
Izzy, do you want another big squeeze?
Sure.
He'll just pick you up in his giant arms and just kind of squeeze. Let me know if you want tighter, or I can just hold you here.
It does kind of lizard wiggling.
No, well, look, if you wriggle, it's harder.
Wiggle.
Well, do you want to squeeze or not?
Yeah. Do your best. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Okay, well, I don't want to hurt you.
Make a contested check. Athletics versus acrobatics.
I mean, Hogarth is now a grappler. So...
It's a weird advantage, I think, for you.
Well, actually, no, I have advantage on attack rolls against creatures grappled by me, but I'm not trying to attack Izzy. But I can drag them around because they are the same size as me.
I think this is the game that's been developed over the past 10 weeks.
28.
28?
Yes, I rolled a 17 and over plus 11 in acrobatics.
Good lord.
Oh, okay, no, I was looking at my acrobatic skill. Okay, I can... I have to roll real high to... no. 25.
Oh!
Is
So you're
wins the
able-
puddle.
Would
Yeah.
now be the time for tentacle hugs.
Yes!
Oh, that would help.
I'm currently sitting on Pokey's head.
I'll do one tentacle, you do another tentacle, okay?
Well, all of us?
Might as well.
All right.
One.
You have to remind me, though, because I can't remember. What were we supposed to do to...
You focus. Again, not quite looking up to the map. I'm like, say, as I point and just tentacle bursts out. By that, it's focus, it's one. Okay.
Just think
Focus.
tentacle, and it will come.
Tentacle.
Tentacle!
Tentacle!
Does
Oh,
the
I'm gonna
tentacle appear?
Yes, it does. 10-foot long tentacles appear everywhere.
Yeah.
Time
All
for
across
tentacle
the-
hugs.
All across the cabin of the captain's quarters, tentacles just appear everywhere and just start hugging each other. One of the things, I originally said that the players could be level 8, and they managed to persuade me with a very high persuasion check. No, it wasn't that high, DC was like 8. To have an additional level, to be level 9 if they all took a level in the same warlock, which they've all done. So then they're all tentacle warlocks.
That's the cool.
Not going to come back to
Tentacle.
bite them in the butt.
Oh, it's fine. Don't ask where it came from. It's fine. You make choices. Sometimes the tentacles. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, there's only one creature that I can think of in the sea that has tentacles that may have just woken up, that you may have just sort of put yourself in service to, but hey ho.
It's a squid.
It's a giant squid.
It's a little squid.
Tiny guy.
Just a little guy.
Little friendly guy.
He's just a little squid.
Hang on.
You're rolling for squid.
Hang on. Uh-oh.
Pause.
The squid's destroying my
Is-
desk.
Pause.
Oh.
Oh,
He's here.
Ah.
squid.
The
Yes.
boy is here.
Little squid.
Oh,
Now
no.
angry.
Changeable squid.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sorry for
That's
the
very
noise. He is a destructive force.
Oh.
Understandable.
Mm.
Same
As
thing
you should
happening
do.
on the ship right now.
Yeah.
As the hug is just very like slap, 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 slap.
But my tentacles have gone to embrace Ezu. Izzy. There we go.
And Ezzy, who is also there.
Who is also there.
Just a
As a
random
child.
person that you got off of one of the you came across a wrecked ship and you picked up another crew member called Ezzy.
No. No.
Izzy
And then
immediately
Izzy yeeted
yeeted
them overboard.
Hello. I'm not a heartless monster.
But yes, now that you have sort of explained that into the ether, there is now a small little squid-like creature that has appeared on the ship ever since you made your pact, and has a big grin on its face. It looks pretty much exactly like the what they called Squishmallow. It's not Squishmallow, is it?
These thingies.
Yeah, what they called?
Yeah. Just one of those.
No idea.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Slow guy.
For anybody who's listening to this without video, it's one of those like toys where you can turn inside out because it's got a happy face, sad face. This squid that is following you around looks pretty much like one of those.
Put it on my head.
Yeah, it spends most of its time on Izzy's head.
Are we going to name this new crew member, or is it just
Name
squid?
is Stephen. Stephen the Squid.
Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the crew, Stephen.
One little
Is it a
tentacle
V
just
or a PH?
Let's go with V.
Mm.
Who am I kidding? I don't know how to spell that anyway.
B is like the hull of a ship.
Exactly. It's fitting.
Ah,
And that's a metaphor. There you go. It took us 4 weeks, but we finally got there. Well done, team.
I'm learning.
So now that all of this has happened, we have gotten to the sort of 10-week mark as you've been sailing through, and at this point, character name just completely left my net. Atheon comes back down, turns back into his more angelic form, and lands on the ship. And he seems a little bit out of breath from this, and as he just takes a seat down next to the helm of the ship, we're getting close. I can see lots of ripples in the water. Something big is beginning to approach us. Not quite sure what it is because it's underwater, but I think we need to be prepared.
Right. Okay.
Can you give us any further information on what it is we may be facing down there?
Could be any number of things. The thing that Renvia went to go investigate was a large kraken creature has awoken. Ancient kraken, ancient and old, very large. I don't think it's that though, because we would have seen the tentacles before we got close to it. Tentacles can reach hundreds of feet into the sky. With it being asleep on the bottom of the ocean, it's that big. But we've not seen that yet, so this is something else that's coming towards us.
I mean, we've seen tentacles.
Can we out-tentacle a kraken? Or a quacken, as you call it. Very good.
Oh yes, somebody did ask me to change it to a quacking, didn't they? I haven't done that.
Would I be able, with my connection to the ocean, to try and identify what it might be based on shape and movement speed?
Yes, you can make me a perception check for you to see it first, whatever it is that's approaching you, and then we'll do a natural history check for you to be able to determine what it is.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. What's my math? 25.
Okay, so you climb to the top of the mast and you have a look out at where, in the direction that Athion was pointing with his staff when he sat down, and you can see quite a wide range, quite far out is what I should be saying. Words, hard. And what you can see are two things. The first is you can see parts of the water like there's some sort of serpentine creature that's coming out of the water and going back under. You can't see its head, but you just see like its back end, like it's either its middle part or its back end or something, and it's approaching close to you. It is very, very large. Like the part of it that came out of the water was probably double the size of the ship that you're on currently. And then behind it, you can see what looks to be, you know how sharks, when they're in the water, you can see their dorsal fin, but they've got the triangle of water when they're quite close to the surface. You can see that sort of ripple effect of water, but no dorsal fin or anything like that. That seems to be speeding towards whatever this large lizard thing is, and you can see flashes of light coming from underneath it, and then little explosions hitting into whatever this large creature is. As they're approaching you, they're probably about 200 feet away. The large creature is.
I scramble down and repeat this information to Nim.
Oh, which of these do we think has Maria?
No, but the big one seems mean.
Okay, team, prepare for combat. This may get messy pretty quickly. We'll see how this goes. Everyone, kit up. And, child, where are you?
I'm here.
This is gonna get a bit, dicey, maybe. We'll see how it goes. But try and keep out of the way for this one, yeah? We don't want you in harm's way.
Where's the safest place for me to go? Captain's quarters? That's where I normally hide.
Captain's quarters.
Okay.
Pebble will stay with you. Keep an eye on you. Keep an eye on each other. Do you... Can't believe I haven't asked this yet. Do you have a weapon, kid?
I have the dagger that you gave me.
Good. We've retroactively we have been. It's like, hey, let's play the lute. Also, knives. It's very important. Sometimes you want to put them in your mouth and swing on ropes. Dangerous.
I'm not that young. I'm not that small. I know not to put a dagger in my mouth.
Oh no, but sometimes it is quite useful if you need to cut a rope to, like, you hold it in your mouth because you need two hands to swing from the rope.
I haven't been taught that yet, but I will keep that. Anyway, I'm going to go hide.
Oh, actually, small child, whose name
Yes.
I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry, you've been here 10 weeks. Here you go.
Yes, you think you'd remember my name by now?
It's
Yeah.
Valak.
Valak.
This little one's called Valak.
There we go.
Sorry. No, we don't have time.
No, I just bop him on the forehead and cast invisibility. That'll last
disappears.
for a little while. If I need to cast another concentration spell, it will lift. So be prepared for that, but that'll keep you safe for the time being.
Okay, I'll make sure I hide. The sound comes from behind you as he's ran round behind you and gone, okay. And then sort of, but you see the captain's quarters door open and then close again, and Pebbles sort of waddles behind, walks into the door opens again, Pebbles walks in, and the door shuts.
Right, guys, hold tentacles. 1, 2, 3, bless.
Bless has been cast on all of you. Now, I am going to ask.
I didn't sneeze.
Bless you. I'm going to ask for initiative rolls from everybody, please.
Could I please hold a bonus action? I would like to embiggen Hogarth, but it only lasts a minute, so I kind of like to wait for it to. I don't want to do it too preemptively.
Yeah, I will. Yep, you can do that before any combat rounds start. So Bless lasts a minute, so does embiggen, and anything that you have that only lasts a minute, you can hold those until combat starts, and then you'll get to do those before any sort of initiative things happen, so you don't lose out on your turns. So it's almost like a surprise thing, but not quite yet because combat hasn't quite started yet.
Can you remind me what Bless does?
D4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Thank you.
Okay, Marlais, what did you roll for initiative?
I got a 7. I'm too busy running around going, right, that needs to be there, that needs to be there, sort out the cannons. Where's Pebble? Yeah.
Oh dear. Nim, what did you get?
I got 18.
18. That's the highest roll so far. Izzy, what did you get?
11.
Okay, Hogarth.
21?
That's the highest that anybody's rolled, so that's good. And then that. Oh, wow. Okay. So, as combat kind of begins, at the minute there is no visible enemies close to you. So, all of you asked if there were spells that you could cast that have a duration of a minute. You can do those for free when you actually start fighting stuff, as long as you obviously expend the spell slots to do them. But at the moment, we are going to... Hogarth, you would be the one that goes first, but we're going to sort of speed things along. Is there anything you want to do, actually? Like a position that you want to get yourself in, or anything like that, prepared for when things start coming?
Would be just double-checking the plan. Captain, Izzy, so what are we doing? Are we running, or are we attacking? What's the plan?
I'm not sure how much the ship could take. I mean, it's up to her. Is what do you recognise this thing at all from your vantage point?
Big sea serpent. So big.
And you think Maria's inside it?
Or something to do with it. It looks like something's attacking it. Like this is coming to us and something else is fighting. If you wanna, because you're real friendly, you've done weirder things before. If you can get it to stop and say hi and not hit, you might want to try, but otherwise, if it comes to us and it doesn't look like it can be stopped, if we don't fight it, it will take this ship down.
I can do that. In that case, I will preemptively, as it's coming closer to us, if I get a pre-turn, I'm actually going to cast Speak with Animals instead.
Okay.
I say instead.
You can do that. I should also say that this is going to be a rather interesting combat, whereas by that I mean things are going to be slightly different. Lottie Marlais, the ship that you are on, has 200 hit points. Just so you know. Lottie also has 4 cannons, 2 on the starboard side, 2 on the port side. The cannons, you're all proficient with firing the cannons, so if you do choose to fire them, you add your proficiency to it, but it's also strength to fire them, and they deal 4d10 damage when they hit a target, and they take a full action to reload. No, take one attack to reload it, then fire again. It's a full action to reload these cannons. And they deal bludgeoning damage, just so you know. If you want to, each of you get an additional action per turn, which is a ship action. So if Marlais is on the helm, you can choose to sort of spin the helm, turn, and all of that sort of stuff to get the cannons in position and all of that sort of stuff. You can also all choose on your turns to you don't get a free action. You can choose to use your action to do one of the ship's things, depending on what your position is. So for Marlais, it would be turning the ship. For Hogarth, it would be pulling the sails up and down to make the ship go faster or slow down, which would have effects on the ship being able to turn and all of that sort of stuff. You can also command the ship to do those jobs for you, but it does those jobs slower than what it would if you did them. So if Marlais wants to turn the ship and commands the ship to turn, it will take 2 full turns for it to turn in the position that Marlais wants it to. Same with the sails and all of that sort of stuff. So you've got a choice of what it is you want to do.
Which is very fun, because in World, that's 12 seconds. That's no time whatsoever. But for us in D&D World, you're like, so long, so long. Also, quickly, Nat, is there something else you would have done with your bonus action? Because I also have Speak with Animals, so I could cast it on you if there was something else you wanted to.
Well, Speak with Animals is action, so I can still do bonus action, which would be gianting. But also, it's the thing I can do actually is my reaction. So that would, I guess that's the problem, is that it would be a reaction to embiggen and also a reaction to do my stone rune. So I guess I would giantify first, when it was sort of just outside 30 feet or just outside its movement speed, and then the next turn as it got within range of us, I would use bonus action for that. But I'm okay using, because I'm not going to be using a lot of spells otherwise. Table talk.
Well, I will also give you the speaking horn, like an old botanic, just like use that.
The speaking horn. There was another thing. There's another thing I was going to ask. Hogarth probably isn't smart enough to figure this out himself, but can we make an assumption that Marlais would have given an order to half-mast the sails to give us maneuverability rather than speed, because we want to be with this thing?
Yeah.
Then Hogarth would have done that preemptively.
I think we're saying, like, we're slowing down enough to try and get close to the creature, but also we need to pull away, so...
Yeah.
Lottie's doing that. You've got your speaking horn. There's an invisible kid in a bedroom. It's fine. It's normal ship stuff.
The ship begins to rock in the water quite violently as this large sort of serpentine body sort of comes out right next to the hull of the ship, and it sort of dwarfs the entire ship, casting it in this dark shade before it disappears under the water again. The Speak with Animals was cast, is that correct?
That is correct. As soon as it ends its turn within 30 feet of us, my thing pings.
Which thing was that?
So, Stone Rune, because Hogarth is a rune knight. When a creature I can see ends its turn within 30 feet of us, I can use my reaction to force it to make a wisdom saving throw. Unless the save succeeds, the creature is charmed by me for a minute.
Okay. I shall make a wisdom saving throw.
15. It's not high.
It rolled quite high. It rolled a 22.
Boo. Does anyone have a thing?
I can give you a silvery barbs.
Do it!
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs, that is... it's a 14.
Hey!
Hey!
Then it fails. He's so charming.
This thing comes out of the water and sinks back below.
Hey, friend! Are you a friend?
Use the horn!
Are you a friend?
You don't hear a voice back at you, but you hear it in your head instead.
I should just, before you do cool stuff, Josh, I should also clarify. While charmed in this way, the creature has a speed of 0 and is incapacitated, descending into a dreamy stupor. The creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success.
Okay, so it's like beginning to lull and fall asleep. You can't see this creature because it's now fully under the water. Although if you were to look over the edge, there is this large, dark shape under the water that's taken up 3 times the size of the ship. But you just hear a very sleepy voice in your head. Must protect the Sea Maiden. Protect me from that. What's coming?
Oh no, I think I hit the wrong thing. I think this serpent thing is good. The serpent thing is protecting the Sea Maiden.
As you say that, a large roaring noise comes from the thing that seemed to be chasing this. And if anybody's seen Pirates of the Caribbean, Queen Anne's Revenge, a large ship or a large wooden mouth comes out of the sea, and it is a large ship, and the mouth just shuts, and it sort of lands in the water. There's purple veins going all the way across the hull of the ship, and you can see water dripping off of them, these undead figures on top of the ship as it sort of pulls side by side with yours, and these pirates swing over and land on the deck of your ship.
Oh, good. Ghost pirates. Just what we needed.
These pirates, they are dressed as pirates, but you can see that they're not skeletons or anything like that. They look like they may have died recently, but their skin is completely covered with these purple veins, purple eyes. For anybody who's followed anything to do with Aeodrun so far, these are aether-infused undead. It's fine! Now, any spell effects that you wanted to cast before combat begins, you can now do, and then we will go to the top of the proper initiative. So please remind me what it is you wanted to do.
As it pulls close and as Hogarth realizes that he's done the thing on the wrong thing, because I thought it was the snake was coming to attack us. Got confused as well. It's fine. It's
I mean, you see a large creature coming towards you, you're instantly going to think it's going to attack you.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Hogarth will sort of... I think he's got, amongst the many tattoos that we all have, the communal tattoos, he's also got some, like, runic tattoos on his arm that will glow slightly. You can just see through the sleeves of his shirt. And he then just grows large. Shirt and clothes grow with him. He's not completely hulking out. Yes, he grows to a large size as the pirates swing over. No, this is our ship. Get off.
Izzy, I believe you were casting Bless on everybody, weren't you?
Bless.
Yeah, so Bless is cast on everybody. Nim, is there anything you want to do before combat?
I wanted to do a talking as a free action.
Ooh.
Very quickly. I'd like to get Stephen.
Stephen.
And say in Primordial, hey there, Stephen. This must be good being a Stephen. Any information about that you would like to bestow upon us about any sea beasties we may be coming across today?
Big and scary.
Ain't you just the sweetest little thing? Anything other than that?
Old.
Old. How
Big,
old we
scary,
talking?
Very old.
Very old. Time of the gods old?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your information. We are of
Also
service as always.
But friendly if treated right.
Both of them?
Looks down to where like the bottom of the ship is. Both of them. Renvi is down there as well.
Huh. Interesting. I relay this by a message to the rest of the crew. Thank you, Stephen. He'd just be on my shoulder.
Is he staying the ship? Is he don't go.
Izzy just wants to dive off. I mean, by all means, you can dive off the ship if you want to. And then finally, Marlais, what is it? Is there any pre-combat actions that you'd like to do?
I think as I've been turned around going, is he stop it? As I'm running up to get to the helm to prepare myself. Let's do some warlocky stuff as I sort of reach up and put my hands on the wheel, and I'm like, right, okay, we can do this. As the wind catches the sail, the shadows pass over me, and as it comes back, it's just shadows. This is me casting Veil of Darkness. It helps my AC and also with my stealth as I, part of the crew, part of the ship, I just merge myself into the shadows.
Nice. Okay, so with all of those pre-game actions done, we come to the top of the initiative round, and Hogarth, you are first. In terms of what you can see, there are 6 pirates who have swung over, and they all look mundane, wearing basic sort of gear. They've all got daggers in their hands. Another one has swung over that looks a little more ornate and looks like could possibly be the first mate. And then the final one is wearing the full captaincy uniform. So there's 8 enemies in total.
All right. And are they just swung over? Are they doing anything else?
They're laughing and approaching while brandishing their weapons towards all of you.
Oh, this is a funny joke? What's the joke? We missed it. You must have said it before we swung over.
They don't say anything back to you other than zombie noises.
Captain?
Yes?
Do we think these are invading or here for friendly parley?
I think they're invading, Hoagie. Kick them off our ship.
Aye, Captain! Hogarth grabs his loot, which I think canonically also doubles as a shield. The poor thing has been through a lot. Flips it over, pulls his long sword, which looks quite small now, I guess, in his very large hand. I'm gonna swing at them. I get 2 attacks.
Was the longsword on you when you grew?
Yes.
It grows with you.
Ooh. I mean, so I know I do extra damage because I am now large. But if the sword is bigger, does that mean it's a great sword now?
No, unfortunately not. It still matches your size.
Boo.
In other words, it's not a dagger in your hand now.
Sure. Okay, that's a 19 and a 14 to hit. I'm going to go for the little ones to start with.
The little ones, yep, both will hit. Now, you have a choice between A, B, C, D, E, or F.
Let's go with A and B.
A and B, awesome. Roll me some damage, please.
Great. So, we are now doing a D8 plus... Oh, no, it doesn't matter, but it was a D4 to all of those. So we're now doing a D8 plus a D6 plus 7 to each of these. So to A gets 12 damage, and B gets 15 damage.
Both of these look bloodied from those strikes as you it's just one sweep across. I know it's 2 attacks, but it just feels fanatically right for it to just be one sweep, and you basically knock 2 of them back. Big cuts and gashes across the fronts of their chests, and you watch as instead of it blood pouring out of them, it looks like a purple liquid is pouring out of their chests that seems to be sparkling. It's like they're bleeding aether.
I'm not sure that's a good thing, but I don't really know about that. Then as a bonus action, let's do who is nearby? So Marlais is at the helm. Where are Nim and Izzy?
Where would you both have put yourselves?
I am apparently canonically near Marlais, who is preventing me from going overboard.
I kind of like stopped you as I was going up the stairs, so I was like, no, don't go over the side. So I kind of not shoved you away, but I'm like, no, stay inside. I'm going to go get her in a bit.
Nim is by the sails, because a cool thing that I get as a level 8 sorcerer of the storm variety is I can change the direction of the wind in a 100-foot sphere to help us move in any directions we may need to on a ship turn. So that's where I am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do then as my bonus action. Because Nim is by the sails, which is kind of near me. I mean, Hogarth is taking up as much space in front of these things as possible. So hopefully they don't see Nim at all. But there's, I think, as he's grabbed the loot and has kind of thrown it in the air to catch it in more of a shield formation, there's a bit of a twang. And I'm going to use Fey Gift of Hospitality. So Nim, we both get 6 temporary HP.
Ooh, thank you very much.
Nice.
Almost makes up for the lack of song.
I mean, give me time.
Awesome. Is that everything on Hogarth's turn?
Yes.
Awesome. So we now go to what would be initiative count 20. So this is the turn that Lottie goes on. Lottie doesn't have an actual initiative. So Lottie, being a sentient creature and seeing this large thing, this large ship appear in front of it that's got these sort of wooden teeth and its jaw is opening and closing again, Lottie begins to start turning to the side so that cannons can be brought to bear against it. But it's going to take a few turns for that to do that. Also going on initiative count 20, somebody who is on the helm as well is Athion, who is going to jump up into the air and start spinning his staff around. And as he begins spinning the staff around, the winds around the ship begin to form into a sphere, and it creates a protective bubble around yourselves, unfortunately the other ship as well, and seems to disappear under the water. I'll try and protect us so that nothing else can get to us, but you need to deal with these things quickly.
Copy that.
Now it is Nim's turn.
Oh, cool. So how many of these motherfuckers can I get in a straight line?
In a straight line, you could, if you wanted to move in front of Hogarth, to the side of Hogarth, but in front, you could get all 6 of the pirates in a straight line, but you wouldn't get the first mate or the captain. You could also sort of go next to Hogarth, slightly behind, if that makes sense, and you could probably get pirate, first mate, and captain.
I'll try and get rid of the little ones first. See how it goes. So I'm going to be casting Lightning Bolt. And this gets automatically cast up a level. Yep. And if they have resistance, it ignores resistance. Because that's the sorcerer thing I have now.
Yeah, they do not have resistance. So this is going to be what saving throw?
A dex save, please.
Yeah, well, their dex isn't that bad. So I'm going to roll for each of these individually. So there's 6 of them. So that is 8, 21. So I'm going to count failures. So that's 1 failure. What's your DC?
17.
17. 2 failures. 3 failures in total.
Mm-hmm.
And then last 2. Oh my god. Okay, 1 passed.
Okay, we'll take half damage. Now, I have lots of addition to do because I've got lots of things for lightning. So please give me a minute because it's going to be 8d6 plus other things.
Evie maths.
Oh no, where are my OT6? Here they are.
It's the return of Evie does terrifying counting.
Evie does terrifying counting.
You can get the dice back.
It's not a Nim song, but it is an Evie song. So
It's an Evie song.
Evie song.
Hang on, I'm going to write things down so I actually remember the numbers. 15, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 8 of them, so that will do it perfectly. And the ones now count as 2s on the damage rolls. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's 30 on the...
30, yeah.
30 plus 4. 30 plus 4. 34 damage a pop, please.
Awesome. Right, now, because these things are undead, I have undead fortitude saves to roll. Now, the DC would be 39, although a natural 20 is an auto success.
Whoa.
I missed 1d6, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Additional 6, please.
So 40 points of damage. Okay,
Yep.
so the DC is now 45, so I need to roll natural 20s in order for them to survive this. Not there. Not there. Wow, I've rolled 4 dice, none of them are above a 10. Nope. You watch as you run to the side and just fire this lightning across. For everybody else, you all see this big flash of light, and then as the lightning dissipates, there's just boots left, and all of this ash just falls to the floor as you've just killed 6 of them in one attack.
Whoa.
Focus on the
Hey,
big
free
ones.
boots.
Don't put the
Lots
cursed
of free
boots on. Says the shadows.
Want the boots?
Is there anything else on your turn, Nim?
I do have a bonus action.
Go on.
Oh god, what can I do on a 1 second? I need to look at what I can actually do on a bonus action because there's quite a lot of things. Because I could use my tentacles on the deep on the first mate. Yeah, let's go with that. Tentacles on the deep. Well, I say tentacle as I point out, and Stephen's eye probably glows a little bit in recognition. And tentacles come out from beneath him, and what do? They have a +9 to hit, plus that d4, so give me a sec. That was a nat 20.
Wow.
So that's double the dice.
No, that would be maximize the dice and then roll another one.
Okay, so that'll be 8, and then, right guys, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 cold damage.
And was that to the captain or to the first mate?
First mate. First mate, recognize first mate.
Game recognizes game. Yep, takes this cold damage, does not appreciate, has resistance to it, so does. Oh no, that one doesn't have resistance to it.
Haha.
I'll just give it away that the captain has resistance to cold damage. But yeah, the first mate is slapped with this cold tentacles. Yeah, and you watch as these icicles appear across its chest. They then get infused with purple and then break. But it takes the full damage. Awesome. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm good.
That was horrifying. Izzy, it's your turn.
Ready? Okay. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself. Not a high level, but just a little bit. So I'll get 5 temporary hit points, and also I'll hurt something if they try and hit me.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna find whatever looks like it's been hit by something and what's still alive.
The first mate, the captain, and the big ship.
First mate, I'm just gonna go, ooh, there's nothing next to it. Can't sneak attack it then.
Oh, I've used my movement to go back behind Hoagie again after my damages.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, are they near Hoagie? Because Hoagie's really big now for sneak attack.
Who's next? Who's next to an which of the enemies is next to an ally?
None at the moment because they've not had a chance to move.
How far back were they from the rest of them?
About 15 feet. The first mate and the captain currently are.
Right.
And then the others were 5 feet in front of them.
If the others were 5 feet in front of them, then Hogarth is now within 5 feet of them, right? Because he barreled
Because you're now
into
bigger. Yeah, that's fine. You can get sneak attack, that's right.
That's it, because otherwise I'd have had to cancel something so I could
It's very distracting.
Yeah, I am going to shoot with my bow the first mate.
Go for it.
That is I can do math, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Fantastic. So that is 3d6 plus 3. That's not super great. 12 points of piercing damage. It's not the world's.
12 points is still good. That leaves it on that many hit points.
Okay.
It takes an arrow in the shoulder and it moves back. And as it pulls itself forward again to look at you, it just grabs the arrow and rips it out. And again, this purple ooze just comes out of the wound.
I think about something, saying something, and then, I can't hide, but I will vaguely hide.
Try and behind Hogarth. Now your motto's
He
behind.
can provide half cover to everyone.
Yeah. Is that the end of your turn, Izzy?
Bonus action, so yeah.
Okay, next is the pirate captain. The pirate captain's turn, and the pirate captain is going to draw a pistol from its front belt bit, and it's going to point it straight towards where Nim is, as Nim just obliterated everything and is going to take 2 shots at you, Nim.
Whoa, no, rude.
2 shots? That's a fancy gun.
Steady on.
How low can you go? Come on.
Well, there was no point me rolling that because I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Hey.
It gets water clogged.
Yeah, that's why you don't put the gun in the sea. Yeah.
You see this thing, this captain look at it like, I really shouldn't carry a pistol round when I'm underwater. And
I am
stows it
beloved by
again.
the powers of nature, so.
That is the captain's turn. He is going to move closer towards the front of your ship to get a bit of distance from all of you. Next is the other ship's turn. You watch as the other ship spins around, and its jaw opens out, and it's going to take a chunk out of the side of your ship. You can see that there are no crew on this ship. This thing is acting on its own.
Captain, the ship's haunted!
Lottie's AC is 18, by the way.
How'd I go?
That's a 24 to hit.
Rude.
Should have got the dice up beforehand. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to be... That's not the right dice. Roll the right dice for the attack, Josh. That is 28 points of piercing damage to the ship. To Lottie.
I have a
Whoever's
question,
keeping track.
Josh.
Yes.
Would you consider an attack against the ship also an attack against me personally, considering how much I invest myself into all of my ships that I am on?
I think you're thinking exactly the same thought process that I've just been going through.
Are you trying to angle your way for a hellish rebuke?
All similar.
Or the armor of Agathis?
Wrath of the Storm.
Go ahead, why not?
Can it make a dex saving throw?
No, it can't.
Shit.
It automatically fails dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that is then Wrath of the Storm, 2d8 lightning or thunder damage.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see whatever hurts it most. That is 13 points.
13 points as you watch the lightning streak across the sides of its hull, causing bits of bark to fly off into the sea. Those bits where those wounds have been caused begins to fill up with this purple stuff. That's 13 points. So that's...
Hands off my ships!
At the end of its turn, it is the first mate's turn, who is basically going to charge at the thing that's in its way, which is Hogarth.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Who has a longsword. It grabs the longsword with 2 hands, because for some reason pirates have got longswords and not rapiers. Anyway, and is going to swing into you twice, Hogarth.
Is it as long as my sword, though?
Definitely not as long as your sword. But it's going for a 2-handed strike against you. Hey, actually roll good. That is going to be a 16 and a 19 to hit.
Only the 19 hits.
Okie dokie. And because this is
It's a
2-handed...
big clang as the loot comes in as a shield on the first one.
Massive loot.
Okay, that wasn't very high for damage. That's going to be... It's a D10, yeah? That's going to be 3 points of slashing damage. I rolled the lowest I could roll.
Still in temp HP.
And that is the end of its turn, making it Marlais' turn.
Oh.
You're all the way at the other end of the ship.
How far away is that from combat then?
I'd like to think that the ship is 50 foot back to front end sort of thing. It's quite a big ship. It's a biggish ship, but yeah. So you are probably 10 feet away from the end of the ship. So you're about 40 feet away from where you can see the first mate.
Ooh.
30 feet. 30 feet from the first mate, 40 feet from the captain.
I'll start by bonus action hiding here in this smoky mist. Let's see how that looks. Why am I doing electronic dice? So that is, I've got to do that at the D4, 16 hide. And, okay, the captain's taking damage, I think, yeah. Marlais gets out his pistol and goes, waterproof, and fires off. And let's see, let's roll. I'm going to roll these fishy dice. 18 to do 20. Does a 26 hit?
It's going to hit, but are you aiming for the captain or the first mate?
The captain.
Captain on captain, yep, that hits.
Captain, not captain. Because I'm hiding. Does that give me the sneak attack?
Yes.
Would that be an advantage? Yes.
Yeah.
It was with the advantage, but so we had the 8 plus 6. So we start with a 12 piercing. Then we do the sneakiest of sneak attacks.
Okay.
1, 5, 8 sneak attack. Big boom.
Nice. As your pistol hits, sort of blows its hat off, hitting it, scraping across the top of its head. As the hat comes flying off, you can see it's got this bandana on that you've just caused the bullet to go through, and the bandana falls down, leaving it bald-headed.
How cool's the hat? Is it as cool as my hat?
It's probably cooler, but it's got that big pirate symbol on it.
The skull cross. How very lame.
So basic.
So basic. He's just a basic pirate.
We watch as the wind takes the hat. I'm like, yes, go to the sea. Away with you. Cool. So that's action. That's bonus action. I am hidden here in the smoke. Hands just gently pat the wheel and goes, okay, you're okay. Because I just watched my ship get bitten. Just got to comfort her. You're all right.
Okay, so we move to the top of round 2, and it is Hogarth's turn.
Is the undead ship still clamped onto Lottie?
It's taken a bite and then sort of retreated a little bit. It hasn't tried grappling the ship.
Okay, all right then. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna go in and attack this first mate. Hogarth just kind of looks down at this small skeleton that tried attacking him. I was just like, well, that's not an attack. Big words. This is where my dice fail me. I'm going to go in for 2 attacks. Hey. That is a 12 and a 16.
The 16 is exactly what you needed to hit.
Okay. In that case, the fortune of the many won't help with the 12. Okay, so just the 16 hits. That's annoying. But he will take...
Fortune of the many would help.
Because it's a +3.
+4 if you include Athion in the sky.
It says up to a +3 bonus.
Oh, okay, that sucks. Yeah, no, it won't help them.
Unfortunately. But that is going to do 14 slashing damage. As Hogarth just kind of like... I think it just brings the sword down. Just like a full-on bonk.
And you would expect when you lift the sword up for there to be a splattered first mate on the deck, but it's still standing. It looks bloodied, possibly on its last legs, but it's still going.
Okay. What do I do with my bonus action? So many things.
You do still have a second attack, don't you? Oh no, first attack missed. Sorry,
First
call me.
attack missed. Yeah, I think the first attack was just a big old swing round, and then maybe a swoop for the feet, but it jumped over, and then a big slam down through the middle, and then as a bonus action, I think we'll also get the now canonically. Did we did the tentacle hug, but was that are our tentacles still active from that, or are we going to have to resummon?
I'd say they're still active.
They're still hanging around.
Yeah.
Great. In that case, he's just gonna Stephen, that one. So Stephen is going to, or Hogarth Stephen. Do we have a way to like differentiate between? Is like my one slightly red?
Yes, and it's Stephen with a PH or Stephen with Stefan.
Stephen with a PH, but the PH is at the start.
So you've got Stephen with a V, Stephen with a P. One's called Stefan and one's just called Steve.
Oh, then Hogarth is Steve.
Mine's called Stiviticus.
There we go. Stiviticus. There we go. Yeah, you've all got your own one that's a slightly different colour.
Steve, this one. The tentacle is not going to do anything particularly acrobatic. It's just going to get full on like slam. Although melee spell attack is not going to be quite as chunky. So that's going to be a... Oh, no, still 22.
That hits.
Great. And that is a D8. So that's going to be 9 cold damage.
It is very nearly dead, but not quite.
Great. And I'm just going to make sure I'm right up in this first mate's face.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it cannot get away from me.
Nice. At the end of your turn, Lottie is still turning, and now the cannons are in position to fire at this other thing. If anybody at the other ship, if anybody wants to try and fire one of the cannons, Atheon is still doing Atheon things above, protecting what's going on there. What's everybody's passive perception?
16.
14.
17.
So with those who have above a 15, you can see off in the distance, like well off in the distance, these large wiggling things in the sky as a storm is beginning to form well off in the distance. You can just about make it out through the wind barrier that's being caused by Atheon, but there are these large tentacles that are flapping around in the sky, and we're talking sort of like thousands and thousands of feet away. But
Steve, is that a friend of yours?
Steve, all of the Steves and Stevens sort of shrink within themselves as they notice this, or as they feel this thing's presence. They are cowering in fear from it.
Oh. I don't think it's good, Captain.
No. I think, especially considering Stevie is freaking out, try and avoid that best we can. Great, what do we need? Krakens, ghost pirates, we're living a fantasy novel. Don't know what that is. We do flash forward 50 years to Hoagie, like standing with tentacles and stuff. It's like it's a great summer read. Everyone loves it. Yeah.
Right. So after the sort of layer action, as it were, it's Nim's turn.
Ooh.
Oh, so we got stuff going on in the sky. Can't do anything about that.
Yep.
Who have we got on the deck currently?
We've got the pirate captain and the first mate. The first mate looks like he's on his last legs, been squished and squished and squished by Hogarth, and then the captain has moved closer towards the front of the ship, and then you've obviously got the big ship that is sort of bitten into your ship.
Okay. I will sorcery points to quicken spell. So I'll do Ray of Frost as a bonus action on the first mate. There we go.
Yep.
So that is a to hit spell. That is sorry, my brain is at half capacity right now. Plus 9 is dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Sweet. So that is 2d8 cold damage. Where are my d8s? Sorry, I mean it when I say my brain's at half capacity. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cold damage on this guy.
12 cold damage, so that is going to be a DC of 17 on the Undead Fortitude for this gentleman. That's a natural one, so no, he dies. He just
Hey!
freezes.
I'm getting all of the kills.
All of the kills.
As is befitting my station.
As first place,
This is what happens when you don't get a song. You get all of the kills.
It's just driving the rage.
It's done deliberately to get her into this state.
It doesn't matter how many other people have written songs about Princess Nimbostratus. I want one by Hogarth. Okay, I now have an action, and I can cast like a proper spell on Captain Dude.
Yep.
So I'm just having a look at what would be the best thing. Because if we've got something else coming at us, I don't necessarily want to use all my high level spell slots quite yet. How is he looking?
Looks like he's been hardly touched.
Okay, maybe a bigger spell slot might be useful.
He has
I mean,
taken
I
some
shot his
damage.
hat. Shot his hat off.
Yeah,
Naturally,
he's
taken
missing his hat, but
He took
yeah,
hat
he's not
damage.
been damaged that much.
All right, what I will do then is I will do... Okay, I'm going to do a second level Witch Bolt, which gets auto upcast to level 3.
Yep.
So that's a plus, that's a to hit. Let me see if that hits. 16 plus 9.
That's going to hit.
Cool. So that will be... Yep, 4d12 of lightning damage.
Wow.
And it just kind of connects to him to remain. Oh, that means that Valakai, Valamus is no longer invisible.
Yeah, you just hear it, oh, coming from the captain's quarters.
I
Would
knew
he,
I was forgetting something.
would he know if he became invisible?
Yes, because Pebble just goes, "Wah!" Just panics.
Okay, so that was 4d12 lightning damage plus a little extra. So that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yep, that's 30 lightning damage on this guy, please.
Ooh.
I thought you just said that's 30 points of damage on this guy, bitch. I was like, okay, all right, Evie.
He's a guy bitch.
It matches the energy.
Spicy.
30 points of damage, so that's going to take us to that much.
Ooh.
There we go. That's quite a chunk of damage as this lightning it like breaks open his vest and causes flakes to go all over the place. He's doing a Hogarth at the moment where his bare chest is now visible, and
He's trying.
he's trying. He's he's a weeny little undead. It's not doing just as much, but all of the sort of burn marks and everything that are coming from the witch bolt have caused more purple stuff to infuse itself into his body.
And the line of lightning remains connected like a certain count of Jedi Sith things shooting electric energy. Ultimate power.
Some might say you have unlimited power.
Ultimate power, thank you very much.
All that, yes.
Oh,
Okay, so at the end of your turn, that moves it to Izzy's turn. It's just the pirate captain left and the ship.
I would like to bonus action hide.
Yep.
First. For a... That is for a dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to sneak attack, cannon, shoot the ship.
Hey, I didn't say you couldn't do that, so you can do that.
I forgot what I rolled for cannon.
So it's a strength-based check. Strength plus proficiency to hit.
Okay. So, my proficiency is 4, my strength is 2. That's 6.
Oh yeah, because you're quite strong, aren't you? Yeah.
Reasonably. Not like super, but reasonably. I gotta be. So, I roll a D20 plus 6?
D20 plus 6, yeah.
Yes. Okay. D20 plus 6 plus D4.
Yes, because of bless, yeah.
That is a natural 20, bitch.
Yeah. Okay, so that's instantly going to be 40 points of damage, and now you roll 4d10.
4d10 plus my sneak attack.
You get your sneak attack, but that's not affected by the crit.
It should be. I'm just saying. 9, 16, 25, 30. Plus, I rolled a 30 for cannon, and then 6 points of sneak attack.
So it's going to be 76 points of damage in total done to the ship, which is going to take it to... Well, that was actually quite easy for me to do because it was all the same number. There we go. As you take a massive chunk out of... As you sort of point the cannon and fire it, it sails through the air and hits into the sort of near the rear end of the ship, and it blows out a massive portion of it. And you listen to the ship moan and groan. Don't pull that face at me. It groans and its mouth opens outwards to that. Is that the end of your turn?
Lottie.
At the end of your turn, the pirate captain looks over towards the ship that's just been damaged, looks towards where Izzy is, looks towards Hogarth, who is clearly in the way and is going to begin to move forward. But before that, we are going to take a very short break. We're going to refill our cannons and prepare for the next round of combat. So we shall see you in a little bit. Goodbye. Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favourite TT RPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check out their entire selection, including some limited roll-together dice. And if you use the code ROLLTOGETHER, all caps, at checkout, you'll get 25% off your next purchase.
Big love to our D20 Club on Patreon. They're great. You're wonderful. We love you so much. And they help us keep the kobolds in line, which is very important. They get up to all sorts of cheeky jam-related activities. Anyway, the D20 Club, they've created a fan Discord where you can come and chat about all things Roll Together. And they've created a wiki page to help you keep track of all of our stories, which you can find at rolltogether.fandom.com. You can join and be as cool as they are from as little as one of your local currencies per month by following the link in chat or in the description below.
We are happy to be supported by Homie and the Dude. Homie and the Dude are a father and son duo, a group company that make various different TTRPG supplement books, which includes The Wandering Tavern, and coming soon to Kickstarter, they have a new Dune/Mad Max inspired book called Scorched Basin. You can go check out all of their stuff following the links in chat or in the description below. And if you use the code ROLLTOGETHER at checkout, you can get 10% off of your purchase. Hello everybody, welcome back. We have taken our short rest, we've reloaded our cannons, some of them, and we are going to dive straight back into tonight. I know for a fact that if I say that we've reloaded all of our cannons, that you are going to take that as literal because you've already fired one of them. So you've reloaded some of your cannons, not the one that's just been fired. Anyway, in the first half of our session, our group have been sailing on the seas for 10 weeks, going to find Izzy's wife, Renvia, who is the guardian of the sea siren. Along the way, they came across a large sea serpent-like creature, not quite sure what it is, that seemed to be being chased by something. That something came out of the water and was a rather chompy, aether-infused ship with an undead crew of aether-infused zombies on it, who swung over and started fighting with the crew. And that's pretty much where we are now, as we move to the pirate's captain's turn, as he is approaching Hogarth and is going to make 2 attacks against you, Hogarth, double-handed longsword style.
What have you got against us? What is the goal here, my dude?
He does not reply. One of those is a 26 to hit. The other one is a 12.
26 will.
Good. And he adds a little bit of a flourish to this as he does it. So that is going to deal to you 11 points of slashing damage. Is sort of does a little sidestep and flourishes the blow as he slashes at your leg, as his flourish allows him to add his charisma to his damage rolls.
Such a charismatic attack for a skeleton that doesn't speak. I just feel like Wow.
Chattering jaw. It gets a
Hold
second
over.
attack. Sorry, it has 3. It does this attack 2 more times because it has 3 attacks.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait, one more time, surely,
one
because
more
it
time.
missed the first one.
One more time. 24 to hit.
Yeah, sure, that will hit.
That's
Silver
better.
barbs?
6.
Yeah.
14 points of slashing damage.
The barbs, Josh, the barbs.
Silver
Oh,
barbs.
Sorry.
Barbara
15.
misses.
Misses. So it goes to slash at you, but unfortunately does not.
Advantage can go to Marlais.
Thanks first, mate. See, that's the song.
That is the 2 attacks
I
again.
will say, in response to the attack that did hit, though, I will Hellish Rebuke.
Oh.
Rebuke of a hellish variety.
Mm-hmm.
In response. Make a dex save, please.
It's the captain, so the captain can make a dex save.
Oh.
18.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fair. It still takes half damage, though. So we'll still roll at 2d10. Opa. I rolled well on that. 17 halved is 8.
Awesome. So it's down to that
fire
one.
damage.
Yep, that's fine. So it takes that damage. The remainder of its top half of its clothing just fizzles away. And
This is why it's charismatic.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that kind of fight. Hold on.
Hogarth versus sexy skeleton. I love it.
Awesome. That's the end of the pirate's captain's turn, and now it is the demon ship's turn. The demon ship is going to turn itself to its side, and it is going to fire its cannon at one of its cannons at Lottie.
Rude.
That is a 19 to hit, which hits because Lottie's AC is 18.
Can I use my nonsense as well, considering it is good?
Yes, you can use your nonsense. What's your nonsense?
I use my reaction to half this damage.
That's probably a good thing, considering in fact what I just rolled.
She's my girl.
29, 31 points of damage, half to 15.
What did it? Oh, it's just fired cannons.
Yeah, just fired a cannon into the side of Lottie. The impact, you'd think it was going to do a proper devastating blow, but the shenanigans from Marlais have lessened the impact on it, and the actual it's almost like a barrier is formed, and it just splashes into the water. How do you think it looks, Marlais?
I think because I've got my hand on the wheel, so like I turn. I've also, as a sort of water elf, got control water. So like, yes, whatever fire was going to start suddenly just gets taken out by a wave. And I'm like, you're okay, we're all okay. God, that's a sexy skeleton. No, focus.
Right.
Remind me how many hit points she's lost again so far?
Just lost 15.
Plus.
What was the chompy damage? There was chompy damage in the earlier round.
Yes, that was 30 something. That was.
We'll call it 30.
Yeah.
So that's 45 total then.
Yeah. So still above 3/4.
So 155.
Yeah. Right. So at the end of the ship's turn, that makes it Marlais' turn.
And how convenient is my reaction comes popping on back. Yeah. Okay. We'll make it simple. I'm going to fire this revolver at the Capitan. Have advantage because silvery barbs.
Mm-hmm.
You just point, and then just like this sort of misty hand also comes out of the smoke. I'm like, yeah. Does a 24 to hit? Hit 1d4 plus 3. So we start with 6. Actually, I'll tell you what. I've got my piercer thing, so I'm going to re-roll that. Yeah, that's better. That is 10 points of piercing, and 6 and that's 5, so 11, and 15 points of sneak.
15. Wow. Takes a heavy blow from that as the pistol bursts into its shoulder and blasts a bunch of its skin and bone away. The shoulder goes a bit limp. You can still use the arm because you watch as the aether begins to knot it back together. Doesn't heal the wound, but makes it so the arm is still functioning.
And 21 sneaks. So I'm in my element. This has been great. There's just been a lot of talking going on for the last 10 weeks. That's great. This is shit battles. I can get this. There's a Kraken. Loving it. Great.
Amazing. Right. So, is that the end of your turn?
That's attack plus bonus, and I've got my reaction back. So.
Awesome. So we move to the top of round 3, and Hogarth, it is your turn.
How is the sexy skeleton captain looking right now?
He's looking bloodied.
Is it going to be enough? Because Nim's attacked him. I've not had a chance to attack him yet, but Marlais also attacked him a bunch. So he's pretty chunky.
A lot chunkier than his crew.
But the cannons are also very chunky. I'd like to try something.
Yes.
It might go terribly wrong. We'll see. It's fun. I'm going to attempt to grapple this guy. Can he make a strength saving throw versus me?
Your strength saving throw isn't that bad. It is when I roll that. So that's a 7.
Ha! Well, that will lose even before I add modifiers. Good. So, because I'm a grappler, I can both grapple and damage in the same move. So he takes 6 bludgeoning damage from this grapple as Hogarth just kind of looks down at this guy who is not responding. It's just like, I think it's time that you left now. And I will have to drop the shield to do this because spare hands. We'll grab him by the throat. I would like to try and shove him in the cannon.
Okay.
The one that still has a cannonball in it.
Okay. It's going to be
a skeleton.
He's not quite a skeleton. He's got flesh. He has got flesh on him.
Or at least maybe shove his head.
Yes, Andy. You could stick him over the front of it if you wanted, like over where the shot. I see what you're trying to do. You want him to go off with the cannon, so you could stick him over the front of the nozzle of the cannon if you wanted. So the next person that fires it will hit him, and then send him flying
into the ship. Still
into the ship if that's what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I want to guarantee though, so I'd like to maybe try and I appreciate head may not fit into the barrel of the cannon. But we'll try. There will be. That's where the damage has come from. Hogarth has just picked this skeleton up and just kind of clanged his head against the barrel of the cannon.
Yeah, and because you're grappling as well, I'd say that you're just holding him there, ready for somebody to fire.
And because actually I have 2 attacks per action, so the first is a grab, and then we'll do like a slam unarmed attack as well to go with that. So that will be...
You get advantage with this, don't you?
Oh, I don't need it, I don't think. That will be a 24 to hit.
Oh, yes. But you might crit.
I might crit. I don't. And then that's going to be... so another 6 bludgeoning damage from just kind of bashing him against the cannon. And then I'm going to action surge.
Are you going to Hulk him?
I'm going to fire the cannon. But that's basically what Hogarth has done. It's like grabbed him, slammed him into the cannon, and then I would like to fire it into the ship opposite us, please.
Okay. You need to roll to hit the ship. It's going to hit the captain no matter what.
Great. Where's my action search gone? I need to tick it. I can tick it later. Right, what am I rolling to hit the ship? It's going to be the same for me, right? A strength
Strength plus
based attack.
proficiency. Yeah.
So it's just, it's the same. Oh, that's not great. Oh, but I still have Bless is still up. We're currently looking at 13, 14, 15.
15's gonna miss the ship.
16, 17, 18?
18's exactly what you need.
Fortune of the many. Thank you, Fortune of the many. Great. Then I do that.
Okay, so it's 4d10 damage, and you're gonna do that damage to both of them. Yeah. And hopefully you don't blow out the ship's rear.
It's a different kind of story.
Yeah. There's a different version of Marlais' journey that's read in the future.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a 10, 16, 27, 28, 29.
So just working out math in my head. Math in my head. Both of these, the captain looks like he is on his last legs, although you think, well, he's not
Does
on
he
any
have legs anymore?
He's not on legs because you've just blown his legs off, but he has been attached to the ship as another hole has been blown in the ship opposite.
Does he take bludgeoning damage? Because not only has he been hit by a cannonball, he's also now hit the ship at great speed.
Kill him.
I'm going to make a fortitude save to see if he survives this torture that you've just put him through. Because, I would say that he takes the exact same damage twice. Once from being fired from the cannon, and then the trajectory and the force and all of that hitting into the ship is going to do. Yeah. So,
falling damage, but sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is going to be 29. So it's going to be. I need a natural 20 in order for him to survive this. I rolled a natural 1, so he's dead.
Yeah. That man is dead.
He just shatters into a million pieces.
But I'm Hoagie.
I give Hoagie a chocolate gold coin.
Oh, the best. Oh, is this a good time for... No, it's probably not. We're still... Wait, what is happening with the ship?
The ship.
It does not look happy. If it could be frowning at you,
it have angry eyebrows.
Yeah. Two of the cannon, where the cannons come from, the top bits of wood just down into frowns.
Sure. I think actually no. At this point, Hogarth with the coin, Hogarth will grab the shield, the loot shield, again, and turn to Nim. And kneel in front of her. Lady Nim, spectacular. She controls the storm. Her plans are all tentacular, and she's very smart, and she's very nice, and she has great hair, and she throws lightning, and she's probably the coolest and most powerful person I know, and she's been teaching me what grammar are.
We have a few more lessons yet, Hoagie, but that is the best song that's ever been written about me. Well done. Thank you.
Bardic inspiration.
Yay.
Amazing. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Hogarth?
Yes.
Okay, we move to initiative count 20, and Lottie begins to turn in the opposite direction to straighten themselves back up to the position they were before. As this happens, you watch as Atheon stops spinning the staff, and you watch as the wind barrier around begins to dissipate, as most of the enemy seem to have been dealt with. As this happens, you watch as two more ripples in the water happen off in the distance, and two more of these ships come out and smash down and begin making their way towards you. They're about 200 feet away at this point, and they are filled with crew of undead aether zombie things that are coming towards you. Moving on swiftly, Nim, it is your turn.
Is it a free action to discuss strategy with the crew?
You can certainly just discuss strategy.
Okay, do we want to maybe go down to the source, see if we can... down there where Renvia is? Or do we want to waste our time with the more purple zombies? I know the ship is so important, we need to preserve the ship at all costs, but I'm wondering what is the smart move here.
I mean, okay, is his hand driving at us? I think we. Hold on, Lottie, because we can talk to her. If we bail out, you're going to be okay. Can you get out?
You get the sense that Lottie will. Either way, Lottie's going to try and flee, but she's unsure if she can get away from these things.
Oh wait, hang on. The snake thing.
Yes.
Renvia's in the snake thing, or Renvia's in the tentacle thing far away?
Renvia is below the ship. From what one of the Stevens said to Nim, Renvia is below the ship, so probably with whatever is underneath.
But is whatever is underneath us connected? The snake thing's just entirely separate.
The snake's here to protect Renvia, but not with Renvia yet.
Do I still have a telepathic connection to the snake?
Yes, if you were to connect to it, it would be snoring because you put it to sleep.
No, I didn't put it to sleep. It's just dreamy.
Oh no, yeah. Then it's still communicative with you because it lasts a minute, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still got that going.
Hey, friend.
Yeah.
Can you would you be able to take us to Renvia and then catch up with Lottie when we're done?
I have Renville with me.
Oh. Is he the snake friend? Wait, snake friend, what's your name?
My name is Ulfa.
Izzy, this is Ulfar. Ulfar has... Did you just shush me?
No, so you're giving names, which means this thing is safe and friendly. So now I'm in the water.
Damn it,
Izzy! No, but Ulfar has Renvia. We could just escape, and Ulfar could come with us.
I messaged that sentiment to Izzy.
Where is my wife? Give me my wife.
She's
The
not
water
listening.
is churning.
As you dive into the water, I'm going to ask for a dive check. So please roll me an acrobatics check. Because this thing is huge and you need to make sure you don't hit it as you dive into the water.
That device rolled, that is a 26.
Oh yeah, fine. You sploosh. There's not even a little splash. It's just like a plop into the water as you dive in, and you can just see this thing. It's curled around because it's in like a sort of dazed state at the moment, but it is humongous. Although it's not quite serpentine, it looks serpentine from the visuals of it above. It's got the fins like a serpent do, but you can see that it's got loads of legs going all the way down its front part. It's white, blue and green in places, and it's got almost like a draconic head. You're all seafaring people. You know this creature to be a behir. Although, and as a crew, you would have seen behir plenty of times, this thing is 4 times bigger than what any behir you've ever seen.
I know you be here, but where be my wife?
Hey.
We boo. I'm not booing that. I love behir is my
No.
favorite D&D creature. I'm not booing that. As you get closer towards where its head is, you can see seaweed hair floating out of its mouth.
Give.
It opens its mouth, but it takes a breath in at the same time and sucks you into its mouth. And you can see laying on its tongue is Renvia, very badly injured. And its mouth shuts behind you.
Izzy!
Oh, for...
I've lost her.
Ulfar, is Izzy okay? Did you just eat Izzy?
I am protecting. Is there a way to get your ship out of here quicker?
Yes.
We can-
Winds.
I got the wins.
Nim's windy. She's got this.
I've got real bad gas. Good gas. Wind.
I can if I, Ulvar, I want to ask, I don't mean this to be rude, but if I stop using my rune on you, will you be mean, or will you stay friends?
I just want to protect Renvia.
All right. Okay, I'm going to drop it so you can move, and we'll tell you which way we're going, and you come with, yeah?
Okay.
Captain?
Yeah, well, okay. Damn it is, yes, okay, heading east, full knots. Let's just get out of here. I just
Drop the rune, drop the sails.
As you're doing that, Altion and go, I'll try and provide as much of a distraction as I can so you can get out of here. And he flies off, turns into his griffin form, and starts throwing, like, for some reason, his wings, he can, as a griffin, as he flies down, he begins swiping his wings across, and these almost metal-like feathers begin shooting out of his wings and hitting into the hull of the ship. And these ships, and you can see cannon fire firing up, and he's dodging it and everything. So that gives you all a chance to get the hell out of dodge. And you watch as this dark shadow underneath elongates out back into its full behir form and begins swimming off to the east. And the ship turns, and with the wind spell, with all of the gas that Nim has cast into the sail, you begin going off in that direction. And I would say that we are going to come out of combat there, as Athion's distraction mixed with your very quick getaway means that you will not have to fight more of those things.
Ooh.
But you are going to have to travel for a little bit before you feel that you're in a safe area. So you do. It's probably about an hour's worth of travel, and you're going at quite a fast pace before the waters around you get a bit quieter. You can still see that storm off in the distance. With every time the lightning crackles, you can see these tentacles flapping around. But as you're going away from it, it gets smaller and smaller, but it can still be seen from quite far away. In terms of mileage, you've probably travelled nearly 100 miles in an hour. You've gone very quick. And as the ship, as sort of the energy from Nim sort of begins to wear out, as it were, because it's a long time to hold on to that spell. I'm not going to say that you use all your spell slots to do it or anything like that, but it's, it's just natural tiredness from it sort of causes it to dissipate.
You can also use a thing that isn't a spell slot, that if there is natural wind, and just direct it in the direction we want to go.
Okay, that's cool. So you do that, and eventually, you feel that it's safe enough to carry on. Yes.
Shipwright's got a question.
Yeah.
If it's an hour, can I have a nap?
Yes,
just hold on to your wife.
I'm short resting. I'm gaining a spell slot back and my warlock.
Yeah, I think you're the only one that can get a short rest in this time, because everybody else is focusing on their jobs on the ship, which is quite intensive. So, yes.
I'm going to do some stuff, but I found wife and I'm kind of on a very soft bed.
She's
slightly damp.
Slightly damp bed, but
that's our normal bed.
Yeah.
We have a water bed.
Oh.
Of course you do.
Renvia has been unconscious the entire time, and if you wanted to inspect her injuries a bit more, you can see that she's in her humanoid form rather than her guardian form, and she's got cuts and bruises and scratches all over her, and you can see that there's bits of purple sort of in parts of some of her wounds as well, and it's like it's spreading across her almost like an infection.
Extract them, kind of.
Yeah.
If I can do, just help her out a little bit.
Yeah, you can try and extract it. You can make a medicine check, or if you have a spell for it, you can do that.
Am I a cleric that does actually helpful healing spells? Not really.
Am I one of those clerics?
No. Really, I've got I think I've got Prayer of Healing and Cure Wounds best. So not super.
I'd say you're used to poisons though and stuff like that. Polluted water and everything. So yeah, make a medicine check.
Oh, good dice. Good dice. Good dice. That is a 19.
19. You're not able to extract all of this poison that seems to be in Renvia, but you're able to get a good chunk of it out, mainly by you do kind of have to, or she winces in pain a little bit when you have to squeeze at the wound a bit to cause some of this. It's almost similar to how when one of the undead were wounded and it was this purple liquid that came out. You have to squeeze at that wound, and instead of blood coming out, it is this purple liquid, but you're able to get some of it away, wipe it off. This large creature opens its mouth slightly, and you're able to throw whatever it is out into the water. And you can tell from him that he does not want this, whatever this purple stuff is, touching him.
Yeah, I've been soaking it up in like cloths or ones just so it doesn't get on whatever's the thing that's saving us.
Yeah.
And then we have a nap, and it's great.
You have a nice, lovely nap as the waters calm around the ship above for a brief moment before more rippling, and the ship starts rocking side to side as the large Behir creature comes out of the water. Looks, and it's dwarfing the entire ship, and it looks down. You can still see Renvia's hair is sticking out slightly out of the corner, but it kneels down, sort of beckons its head down to the deck of the ship and opens its mouth, and you watch as both Renvia and Izzy lightly fall out as it extends its tongue out and lets them both roll down onto the deck of the ship. And then it pulls back, and you watch as it begins to glow, this strange, like, ethereal blue colour, and these markings begin appearing on it, and its form begins to shrink down until a hand hits onto the side of the ship, and it pulls itself up and lands onto the ship. And you can see stood in front of you a large hulking man with a big handle bar moustache, big bald head, spiky ears. For everybody, again, because you are seafaring people, this is Avari, and he's got big bulbous hands, and he's like, and just sort of collapses. You can see that he's very battle scarred as well, and been wounded quite badly.
Come on, good boy, good son.
Okay, so yeah, let's try and anyone else hurt? Because I think we could set up a med bay somewhere. Whistle, Pebble, go bring the boy. We'll take. Go on.
Just a little, but definitely focus on Renvia.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should also help this massive Vari.
Yeah.
He must have spare bandages, and they've done a lot for us.
He's my son now. I will do a prayer of healing and just vibe.
Vibes of everybody.
Vibes.
As far as up to 6 people, so whoever needs it. Should I do 3rd level? No, we do 2nd level prayer of healing, so that's 2d8 plus 3. Well, other people can go find bandages.
Yeah.
I'll do like the normie healing.
Okay.
Just wrapping bandages, putting sutras.
14 points of healing to everybody.
I'm back up to full.
Ooh.
I'm still on 10 hit points.
Both Renvia and this Ulfar are both asleep. It seems that their injuries are that severe that they've and it looks like Ulfar might be a bit exhausted as well, probably from trying to get away from whatever those things that were chasing them. So they're both out for pretty much the night, basically.
Right.
I'm gonna put. I was going to say I put blankets and pillows down so that they're comfortable.
I was going to suggest we take them indoor. There's the cabins. There's the captain's bed and hammocks. We can probably get them below deck at least.
That makes
got a
more
little
sense.
Lift.
Yeah. Thanks, Obi.
It takes quite a few of you to lift up Ulfar because he is a big chunk of meat, but it's easy
Rude.
enough.
I'm right here.
Oh,
I said Ulfar.
No,
Yeah.
Hogarth can lift.
yeah, he lifts. He's got
Did you miss
gains.
it when he carried like 20 children?
This is true.
20 children.
This is true. I will allow. Yeah,
Children.
I underestimated. I forgot about that. Yes, so yeah, Hogarth
He's
is able
also
to pick
giant.
him
at the moment. He's a big
Actually,
boy.
no, it lasts 10 minutes, so he will have
He's
shrunk.
a medium boy.
But yes, you can take them down into sort of the living quarters area and set them up in a comfy bed each. And yeah, is there anything that you would like to do? You can see remnants of the battle off in the distance, even though it's quite far away. You can see explosions and fire and the tentacles off even further in the distance behind them. So whatever's happening, Atheon is still potentially fighting, although there's lots of fire, so he's definitely not the guardian of fire.
Just singing a little lullaby to Ulvar. Hush, sleep, little Ulvar, you did great. You stopped Renvia from getting 8.
5 stars, no notes. Okay, so we got her back. That's something. I guess we're kind of just in holding maneuvers until she wakes up. So I think, is he okay to help with repairs? You in right headspace? We need to get the ship work. If we sink, then all this is going to be worthless. Come on.
I feel like in that story that you told us, where there was this one guy, no, these 2 guys, and they had this piece of bread, and they didn't know which one, or was it one guy and 2 pieces of bread? I don't know, but I feel like I'm the bread. And
Yeah.
I'm split between 2 decisions, and I'm being torn apart. One of them was called Lisa. I'm being torn apart.
I don't think that's a story we should be telling in front of the kids, but as I said,
Wife and ship.
wife and
I
Yeah.
mean, we'll all be here to help, and we're all looking after them, and you'll know as soon as there's any problems. But we need to get the ship sorted, right? And you're the best person to do that.
Where's the bosun? Pebbles. And big Pebbles
Wow.
again.
Pebbles is just looking at the ship like, wah.
But the only one I trust.
Wah.
Watch my wife.
Nah. Just is looking down at her, unblinking, like,
Do not let anything happen to her,
ah.
or you will only have 1 pebble.
They don't have the authority to take your pebbles.
I'll give them back.
Threatening to neuter the penguin.
No, there's a rock collection.
Oh. Might bring that somewhere else.
Josh, honestly, it's just innuendo after innuendo with you. This is a nice, clean, child-friendly stream.
Welcome to Roll Together RPG.
We've only blasphemed a few times.
Hmm.
I'll do my job.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Thanks.
can
Thanks, Liz.
make some repairs to the ship. The ship does recover hit points like anything else. However, it doesn't get the same thing as the players do on a long rest, so it doesn't just fully recover. It gets a number of hit dice back, which is equal to the hit dice of the person repairing it. So, Izzy, you can use your hit dice, not actually use your hit dice, but whatever your hit dice maximum is, what, 9d8 or 8d8? Yeah, 9d8. Yeah, so you could use all of those, not your actual ones, but you could use those to. You've got 9d8's worth of healing you can do to the ship, is basically what I'm trying to say.
The ship would have also been included in Prayer of Healing.
Cool.
I think it was 13.
Yeah, that would heal its life essence, so that's fine. But you still need to do physical repairs to it.
Okay, so this is doing that. Nim, do you want to check the charts, work out where exactly we've ended up?
Yeah, of course, I can do that. You notice that Nim is looking off with concern towards the battle. A little bit worried, but keen to go to the charts as well.
Hoagie. Yeah, we're gonna morale. I think if we need stuff moved. Kid,
Yep.
how was the battle for you? Nothing drop on your head?
No, I was inside the cabin the entire time. I did take notes on everything though.
Good. Can I read those notes?
Of course you can. Of
I
course you
read
can,
them
Captain.
As a kid. I'll tell you what. You've had some training with Hoagie with the loot. I've taught you knife. Your choice. Do you want to learn charts with Nim, or do you want to help repair with Iz?
Ooh, which one's more important at this moment?
They're both vital in their own ways.
No, but I know that, Captain. But which one's important? Which one do we need doing straight away right now? I want to be in the best place possible right now.
Well, the ship sinks, then we're literally scuppered. Just be aware, Izzy's very well. You've seen them; they're very focused. And to be fair, kid, they're both kind of controlling their own spaces. But go see if Izzy needs anything, and then see if Nim needs you to carry the ink.
Okay, right. I'll go help Izzy first. Okay, and he run down and try to find Izzy.
I think now I just still with Hoagie and look and just be like, I kind of let the mask slip a bit and be like, "You okay?"
I'm doing okay, Captain.
Good.
Are you?
It's
okay. We got Renvia back.
Yeah, we got Renvia.
And Iz is going to be able to heal her.
Yeah.
And we've made a new friend who can turn into a giant snake. So between like the Guardian, and Ulvar, I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Have a history check from Marlais, please.
Yeah.
And there's loads of new boots on the deck.
That's true. If we need haunted boots,
You think they're haunted?
I do.
I'll go and throw them overboard straight away, Captain.
No. I mean, don't wear dead men's boots. 21 for history.
No leg juice in these boots.
Shame.
With a 21, this giant behir creature that you've seen reminds you of a story you were told by a former crew member, maybe a parent or somebody important to you. I'll let you decide who that is. But they told you the legend of the Great Behir, which is a creature, behir, that was twice the size, triple the size, much larger than any normal creature that roamed around the entire sea and would help guide, what's the word I'm looking for, seafarers to their desired locations.
Alright, so the fact you're on the ships, they're worrying.
What's worrying, Captain? I just said these were good things.
Yeah, no. So that's my father's first mate's Clank. Had
Clank,
the metal arm, metal leg, I think.
Yep.
Guardians know where they are. Anyway, so when they were basically showing the interest in letting me know the history. Anyway, Great Behir is helps Renvia with travelers, sort of is one of her tentacles, if we're using the Hi Stephen, how you doing? Anyway, yes, so the fact that he's here is good, shows that he's a real thing, but the fact that even he's exhausted, look, the sea's gone bad, Hoagie. You know that, I know that. I feel we might be coming to the end of something, some sort of age. But
surely they just need to take a nap.
Yeah, that's all. They'll have a nap, and then we can get back.
All right, Captain.
Yeah.
Just gives you a big squeeze on the shoulder.
I tense up, but then also sort of still letting my shields down a bit, like release from it.
No. See, the problem is this is why you're so sad all the time. You just we'll go and start giving you a proper shoulder massage. No, you got to relax into it and breathe. There you go. See? It's gonna be fine.
I look over at Pebble, who's like, I would give you. Yeah, I know, Peb. I know you've massaged me. Thanks, Hoagie. I'm going to go back to the. You didn't hear screaming during the battle, did you?
I mean, a lot of the skeletons screamed when Nim exploded them with lightning.
Yeah, that would be it. A shit can't scream. Yeah, focus. As I walk out in my lovely boots, not dead man's boots. They are dead man's boots. They are my dead father's boots. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't have a problem. Shit.
As you two finish your conversation, Valak runs downstairs and bumps into Nim, probably right at the bottom of the ship when quite a lot of damage was done and there's water that's flooded in a little bit. Yeah, is there anything I can help you with? I've been. Captain sent me down to help you with repairs. Is there anything I can help you with?
Need new nails.
Okay, I bought some.
Oh, great. Hold that.
Okay. Paul, there's a hole in the bottom of the ship that will require you to duck your head under the water in order to fix it.
Sure.
Okay. As you duck your head under the water, you are greeted with 4 faces looking back at you, although these faces are completely eyeless and they've got really spiked teeth. These are deep drowners that are just staring at you, even though they can't see you. But they seem to, as you look, they seem to be all around the ship. What? What's the matter? They're still there.
Nim.
Somebody calling me?
Can't repair the hole unless I go underwater, and there's a whole bunch of drowners, no eyes, big teeth. They're everywhere and underneath.
The deep drowners have found us. Well, they were concerned with Renvia, I suppose.
I'm gonna just. I kind of need somebody. I'm just gonna go back in the hole. Vaguely wave.
They can't see you, so they don't wave back.
Try asking them why they're here.
I don't speak drowner.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Hang on. Message. Do I need to share a language?
Ooh.
I can't read. Target hidden message friend must be here. Weirdly, it's not saying here.
I would say as long as they can understand a language, you can message them.
I'll send them a message then.
Yep.
Greetings. May I ask why you have surrounded our ship?
You get a message back, and the message starts off as blah, 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 but then it translates to, we have come to check that the Sea Maiden is okay.
Many thanks for your concern. She is currently healing in one of our cabins. Would you, I forget that there's like a limit. Yeah.
5 words.
Not for
It's
message, I don't
vibes.
think. Is it?
It's like 6 seconds.
Oh, right, that's cool.
Yeah.
I speak quickly in my head. So, yeah, thank you for your concern. She is healing in one of our cabins. We are keeping her safe for the time being. If you would like to help guard the ship while we continue to keep her safe, we would be much appreciated.
Certainly. What of the Stormcaller? Is the Stormcaller okay?
He's still fighting over there in the horizon. I'm keeping an eye on it, but I'm concerned.
We can sense that the Stormcaller is on your ship.
This Atheon?
No, the flying one is in the battle over there. The Stormcaller is the large lizard.
Oh.
Is the Great Behir.
Yes, the Great Behir is on the ship. And he's taking a little nap.
That is good. We will keep guard of the ship under the waters, and we will alert you if there is anything else that tries to attack you.
Oh, tell them, if I give them some wood and a hammer and some nails, and then they just do it from the outside.
Izzy, they don't have eyes.
I'll put their hands where to go, and then they can do it.
I'll ask if they know anything about construction. Y'all know anything about construction?
We know how to hollow out reefs, but nothing to do with your surface-based materials.
Would you be willing to try under direction?
We do not see why not.
Excellent.
Construction crew.
Yeah, I'll give you an additional 3d8 of healing for the ship
Oh.
Nice.
as they help.
Well done, Deep Drowners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These ones are nice and not undead.
You defy that reputation.
Yeah. Well, so sorry we stole this ship from you about 10 weeks ago, but, it happens.
I wondered why this ship looked familiar.
No. We didn't steal it. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Hogarth established his dominance as the head of the pack, and they left us to it.
To be fair, yes. To the Deep Drowners, this is the non-existent Hogarth Deep Drowners ship. He's like, they could be out there somewhere. Big, handsome, had a loot. We don't know what that is, but we love it. Yeah.
Do you want the number that I've rolled on the dice?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we lost 45 hit points. We've gained 76.
Nice. So you managed to fully repair. Hey! You managed to fully repair the ship. Fully repair it, and then some.
10 hit points for Lottie.
Go on, then I'll give 10 hit points to Lottie.
Yay! Multiple hit points. Whatever 76 minus 45 is.
31.
31 hit points for Lottie.
There we go. Okay, so as you...
I was going to ask, I have a big collection of books and scrolls in my room. Could I have a quick look through for mention of the Stormcaller? Because I think that's not something I've come across.
Yeah, you can definitely have a look. You can make me either investigation or history.
Sure. See what I've got in those. 3 and 3. They're plus 3 either way. And that was a nat 20 for 23.
Nice.
The Stormcaller is something that there isn't a particular section on something called the Stormcaller. The name does appear in various different naval books that you read through. The Great Behir appears in a lot more of the more older texts that you have, and basically says what I said before to Marlais about it being a creature that would a creature that helps guide people to their destinations. Although from the notes that you get, this creature has been around probably as long as what Renvia has, because the stories pair them up as a team, and they basically protect the sea together.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So, is there anything else anybody else would like to do? Or you could get yourselves a long rest if you wanted to.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
For a long rest, but I will be checking in on the great Behir and kind of like mopping the brow, making sure that I'm there when he wakes up.
Yeah. Okay. So you can all hit that long rest button. Nothing else is going to happen, especially not with the Deep Drowners protecting the ship from below as it is being repaired.
Give Pebbles a carrot or something as a thank you for being snippy.
Also, just sort of moves their pebbles and gives you a look. And it's like, they have a hoard,
I'll make you a super special secret box for your hoard.
Little stars in the penguin's eyes. Like, wah.
I think at some point during the long rest, this won't take long, Hogarth will have, having not actually been given any specific instructions on what to do from the captain after all, will have kind of gone around and helped everyone.
Yeah.
Like Izzy with the fixing the ship, and would have followed the captain around for a little bit. when kind of checking in with Nim to see if Nim needs anything, will have just mentioned, the captain's doing that thing where he says he's fine, but isn't again, and is all sort of like, I gave him a massage on the shoulders, as I sometimes do, and just everything was just super solid, and it's not going away.
One of those moods. Okay, I'll go and check on him. Thank you for telling me, Hoagie.
I think there's stuff that I can't heal with my music sometimes, and maybe you and your facts will help.
I'll give it a go. Maybe one day we can make a song with those facts and be an unstoppable force.
That sounds like a good plan. And then
Excellent.
We'll go and just hang out with watch over Renvia and Ulva for the rest.
Mm-hmm.
It will go to Marlais, post-haste.
Marlais is at the helm. Marlais is probably at the helm for most of the rest. Hands on the wheel, eyes looking back and forth.
Captain?
First mate.
Pretty tough day.
On my scale, it's probably not the hardest day we ever had, but, she got bitten by a demon ship, Something to burn a song, I suppose.
And how are you dealing with it?
Focused on the horizon. Yeah. Keep sailing.
No, don't do that thing. Don't suppress it. Don't minimize it. What's on your mind?
The sea's unpredictable, even at the best of times. And maybe we got lazy. Well, I got lazy because we had the favor of Renvia, and now this is above our pay grade. Something's happening. The dead are up and walking. It's bad. And I lost my ship. I know his is connected, but that was my family's ship. And now this one, as much as I love Lottie, I've abandoned my crew. I mean, there was dozens of orphans and one dog. We left the dog behind. You don't do that. You don't, even if you're off saving the world, you don't just leave your crew behind. They didn't when they killed my father, and now just look and kind of eye roll because I'm like, oh, God, emotions. Yeah, It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do you continue to pirate? Why do you do this?
It's all I've ever known. I was brought up through it. I tried going honest for a bit, but that's just not as. I threw my commanding officer in the sea, and they don't like that in the Navy. They really don't like it when you throw. Well, he was a jerk, and he was handsy with the crew, so I threw him overboard. And it turns out that's a mutiny. So, why are you doing this? I mean, you jumped off a cliff and landed on here. I know you've got a lot you could just go back for. So why are you still here?
Well, there's a few reasons I do this. One is, you know what my full name is, right?
I think, yes.
Yeah, Nimbostratus.
Nimbostratus, yeah.
When a new prince or princess is born of the royal family, they're given a name of a type of cloud that is going to predict what their reign will be like when they're eventually the crowned monarch. And Nimbostratus is a type of low, grey, oppressive cloud. Real depressing, real overwhelming. And I did not want that for me or my country. So I chose to hang with you for a while. I chose friends. I chose pursuing my passions. I chose freedom in the hopes that it would transform me into a better ruler when I do eventually return. Mainly, I'm doing it for the moment for the freedom. And what I've learned is that sometimes freedom is a wonderful thing. It's our bread and butter as pirates. But sometimes it does come at a cost. That cost may be a ship. It may be leaving behind people you care about. It may be losing a dog and having rough days. Maybe a little trauma along the way. And at some point, we need to ask ourselves, how much do we value the freedom? I think it's a lot. And I think even through the tough times, it's worth the price. Because you love this life.
It's true. Hey, I mean, no guardians, no kings, no rulers, but I think you'd be a damn good queen, from what I've seen.
I hope I've done enough to make sure of that. But you're a great captain as well.
Thank you. Thank you, I. Wow, you've changed him. Do you remember when you just used to call me bitch? I mean, look at that. That's becoming
You are
friendly.
still a little bitch.
Oh,
But you're captain bitch.
Hey, yeah. As long as you respect the rank, that's all we need.
See, there's the
Okay.
smile I was looking for.
Yeah, I think Marlais smiles for like one of the first times in about 10 weeks. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Meanwhile, we've got a legendary creature and a guardian just hanging out in our bunk room. It's quite a thing.
It's quite a deal. The Stormbringer. The Stormcaller is what the Drowners call him. But
Oh.
that's a problem for tomorrow. You and I need a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Wait, the drowners are here?
As you all take your long rest, the ship is sentient, so that means that you don't necessarily need to have people on watch because the ship can keep watch as well. Plus, you've got the drowners around you. But as day breaks, you begin to hear the sounds of the ship's bell ringing out as if danger is coming.
Yep. I mean, I'm not sure how well I did sleep because of better than I would have if I hadn't had my first mate talk me down a bit. But yeah, so rush up.
There also would have been a little bit of a lullaby outside of your cabin.
I mean, I'm sleeping in with the people just hearing under the door. Yeah.
Tom's always angling for exhaustion for sleeping.
I think it's very funny. They're just being like, "Have you slept?" Nope.
You can click the long rest button. Can I though? Can I though?
Would I not rather be tired and a little bit useless?
I once managed to go, hello, my character's had an emotional journey and has gone to bed but not slept and still in armor, and therefore get myself in a very good situation when our DM put us into a surprise combat ambush round where I'm like, okay, I'm tired, but I'm also strong enough to compensate, and I'm the only one in armor.
But yes, you can all get yourselves ready and get to the deck of the ship, and you can see behind you, sailing towards you, is one of those. Funnily enough, Tom said demon ship earlier. That's literally what I had its name down as. Is sailing towards you. It is on fire, and you can see a large griffin is flying behind it. And as it opens its maw, and this large cannon goes to come out of its maw to fire at you, you watch as this small little speck jumps off of Atheon's back, and all of this fire just extinguishes out of something, hits into the ship and causes it to explode. And then Atheon dives through the flames, picks up whatever jumped off of it, and begins making his way towards you, and the bells stop ringing.
I wave, elated that he's fine.
You wave, because, I mean, we're getting close to the end of the session. Sod putting you guys into another combat.
Oh, look, a literal Deus Ex Machina.
You have been studying the books, so well done. Correct
done.
use.
Well
Take
done,
a
Hoagie.
gold chocolate cookie.
Nom, 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 nom.
As Atheon gets closer and begins to transform back into his humanoid form, you watch as this smaller figure jumps off and does a butt ton of somersaults and lands on the front of the ship as Atheon lands near to it. This other figure has fiery orange hair, has a tail sticking out of his back, is a simikos or a monkey folk. The parts of it that are monkey are the tail and extra hair on the wrist area. Think I'm going for like a Sun Wukong type of look for this character, but they are wearing reds and oranges all over them. No staff or anything, because that's going a bit too far if you directly copy that character. But they shake their head a bit, sort of burp out a bit of fire, slap their chest a bit, and turned around, and Atheon lands next to them. Is everybody okay? How are Renvir and Ulfar doing?
They're sleeping, exhausted, but alive, which is good to see you are too.
Well, it was a bit of a harder fight than I thought it was going to be, but we need to make our way back to Idorune as quickly as possible.
Did the big stormy thing stop?
No, it's still going, and he taps his staff, and you watch as this like projection comes out of the end of it, and a big circle appears, a big sphere appears that allows you to see over great distances, and it shows you a closer image of where these tentacles are coming up, and they are huge. You can see like a little island is next to it, and how high a tree is, and the tentacle goes well above that. But the most concerning thing that you can see is pooling from that area is purple, and it seems to have infected the ocean itself and is pulling away from this creature and beginning to take up the entire ocean.
Rennie woke up for like 3 seconds and went, "Look back in, something bad is happening," and then went straight back to sleep again, which was really profoundly unhelpful, but now makes sense.
I mean, she's not wrong. Something bad is happening, but okay.
The cutest little sound, and she's with a smile, and she curled up into my arms. Hi.
Yes, she's
And
adorable.
the Simikos figure steps forward. Right, well, yeah, all right. We need to get back to that Idorune place because that's the only place that's going to be protected from what's to come. So we need to get there as quick as possible, and we need to not mess around. Yeah, it's not looking good for the world at the moment. The 6th seal has been broken, and all of this nonsense. So we need to go.
Marvelous.
Wait.
Sorry.
How am I gonna get home?
Where's your home? Is it on Idorune?
No.
Looks towards Atheon, who has a very solemn look on his face. I'm afraid everywhere has been destroyed.
What?
Everything other than Idorune has a protection around it, but the water, the ocean has overtaken everything on the world. Idorune is the only place left.
That's some way to tell me my entire family, my friends, my people who I was supposed to rule are all, dead under the water? What?
I don't know if they're dead, but there is no land for you to rule over anymore. Your family could have made it to Idorune. I gave out as much notice as I could on the way over here to my subjects to flee. I didn't hear back from most of them. Your family was not one that I heard back from, but I'm hoping that they were able to get safe passage towards Idorune.
Oh, Guardians. Oh, this is bad.
Why didn't you open with that?
I was going to get there before Akaris here got involved. Yeah, well, you beat around the bush too much, bloody Guardians. Yeah, we need to get out of here as quickly as possible, so I don't understand why the ship is not moving.
Because you just told Nim that all her family are dead. That's really mean.
They might not be dead. Like Big Bird here said, they might have made their way to Idorune.
Nim, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, Nim.
I'm going to do what I told the captain not to do. I'm going to compartmentalize. I'm going to deal with this when we get back to land. But you really need to work on delivering bad news. This was poorly done, and I'm not happy about it. But we'll talk about it later.
I apologize. As you know, my coordination. That's not the word. My conversations with mortals is lackluster. At least my bedside manner is not the best. I apologize.
I don't care about your bedside manner. I care that I was just told my family might be all dead.
I'm sorry. Athion sort of nods towards you, and this Akaris fella has disappeared off and has gone down into the lower part of the ship.
Nim, before you start doing your storm thing, I just wanted to let you know, I meant it, what I said the other day in my song. I meant every word. You are the coolest and the most powerful person I know, and you really do have great hair. That's bardic inspiration again.
You helped save my family, and we got her downstairs. We'll help save yours. That's what family does. And then when we got them safe and sound, we'll kick their ass. Both your families and the thing that got them.
Tentacles?
Tentacles.
Tentacles?
Captain. Tentacles.
Tentacles.
You tentacle.
I walk up to Nim, pause, and then pull her into a hug.
It is returned. There are tears.
I knew you had it in you, Captain! Izzy, get here! Scoops everyone.
Yeah, open up the arms, pull everyone in. That's just Pebble. Like, pushes his way into the middle and is like,
You too, Valak.
Come on, Valak.
Yeah! Dives in. As you're all in your cuddle puddle at the moment, you watch as Renvia slowly begins to make her way up the stairs, followed by Ulthar, who has his arm around this Akaris fellow, as they've both come up. All three of them have come up.
They are all pulled into the cuddle puddle.
Akaris gets pushed out again.
It's okay, I didn't want to have a hug anyway. Stomps off.
Just quick, history. Do any of us know who Akaris is?
Who is this person?
Any of us heard of him?
Yeah.
Nope. Nobody has heard of him.
It's just some guy.
Yeah,
Just
that's
some
no
guy.
relevance whatsoever.
I'm not sure if you're good enough to be dating my son.
What? What? What are you on about?
Absolutely not the time. Renvia,
What's this
Majesty.
dating?
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
Please do let us know if there's anything we can do. We need to turn the returning Lottie around. We're heading back to Idorune. Supposedly, only place that exists anymore. So, actually, just really quickly, Hoagie. Does Hoagie have family, and are they all in Idorune?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Look, I wanted the least complicated backstory for this guy. Let's just keep it a yes.
I think that's great. And the way we're just going, never heard about them. We assume everything's fine. Yeah. Yes,
the ship.
Renvia, good to see you. I'm going to start. I'll be up at the helm if anyone needs me. Solidarity, people. We're keeping this together. Brave New World, etc.
Just before the ship sort of propels its way off, Renvio goes over to the edge of the ship, and you hear this sort of echoing sound come out of her mouth, and you watch as all of the deep drowners' heads sort of pop out, and she's conversing with them in sort of like an echo. What's the sonar? And it's like sort of like a sonar way, sort of similar to how bats and all that sort of stuff. And they disappear under the water, and you can see them all swimming off in different directions.
What I'm hearing here is Josh cowing out of doing a dolphin impression, and I'm disappointed.
Terrible. Anyway, yeah, I told the deep drowners that they need to get as far away from the Aether as they can. They're going to tell others of their kind. They're going to make their way to Idorune as well. It's the only place that's protected.
Makes sense. They're a really good construction crew. Also, they're now our children.
Okay, that sounds fun. And she sort of winces a bit in pain, holds onto her chest and sort of falls to one knee.
Pick her up. You're not walking anywhere.
Thank you. How are you feeling? This is Athion saying this to Renvia. Renvia's like, not feeling the best. And Ulthar comes over and goes, we might have a bit of a problem. What's that? It seems that Renvia has been... The seal within Renvia has been broken and her cycle has been ended.
No, right. Don't like that.
Okay, that's not good. And they seem to be having a conversation amongst themselves and ignoring the rest of you for the minute. I won't role-play all of it because it'll just be me role-playing amongst myself for 20 minutes. But basically, what you get from the conversation is there is a seal that has been broken that Renvia was carrying. Renvia reincarnation cycle has ended, and this is her last life, basically. It's the gist of what you get. And what was the last? 7 of 14 seals have been broken.
Number 7 or 7 out of 14?
7 out of 14.
Okay.
Didn't someone say something about a 6th seal before? I thought it was strange because I couldn't see any seals at all, but...
Did you break a seal? Like a seal?
I mean, I don't really want to describe it as because it'd be very mean to the seal, but you could do it.
You could, but a seal is also a thing that you use to, like, you know when you write a poem or a song and you put the wax on it?
I don't write them down, they all come from my heart.
You know when you see do you see the people around you writing your songs down?
No.
They do.
Wait.
They're good.
But they shouldn't. They're my songs.
It's called piracy, Odie. Get used to it.
Wait, that's what we do!
That's why I just flashed like some of the poetry from it. Yeah, a lot of people doing it out there.
Athion just sort of steps up. It's not one of those types of seals. Don't worry about it. It's but the big creature, the big tentacles in the sky. There were seals that were keeping it asleep, and enough of those seals were broken that caused it to wake up.
Why are people breaking seals?
I shouldn't ask because I've got a lot on my plate, but are there more that we need to protect? Can we help?
There are 7 more, and if another 2 seals are broken, then the last primordial will be awoken, and then that leaves 5 more seals after that, and then the world ends, basically.
Oh. Shit.
Can seals be reforged?
It requires something stronger than what we are to do that, which would then require all of the seals to be broken for that to happen. It's sort of a double-edged sword, as it were.
I think I'm inferring what you're putting down. But my question remains, is there any we can help protect once we've found my family and my people?
Just getting those of us here back to Idorune is enough. Out of all of us here, looks towards Akaris and Ulthar. Your seals are still intact. Our seals are still intact. We weren't touched by any Aether or anything. Okay. As long as we can get back to Idorune, that's 3 of us protected.
Wait, out of character. The Kraken, the Aethery Kraken, was that not between us and Idorune?
No, you were sailing away from Idorune to get towards where that is, which is where you knew Renvia was going to be.
Right, okay. But then when we were sailing away from it, well, we sailed east, so we sailed even further away from it, right?
Yeah.
from the Kraken. You were sailing towards the Kraken to get to Renvia, but away from Idorune.
Yeah, and then once we grabbed Renvia, we sailed further away from the Kraken. We carried on sailing east.
Yeah.
So Idorune, and
Yep.
then we had to sail east to get to Renvia.
Yep.
We picked up Renvia. We carried on sailing east for another 100 miles.
Yes, yeah, but you would have
Are we
needed
still-
to have averted. You bumped into Renvia before you needed to turn to go off to closer towards the Kraken, so that would have been more of a sort of northeastern direction.
So Kraken's up here, so we're still sailing away from it to get back to... Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Fine,
yeah.
good.
It's
Sure.
not going to get in the way, but there is lots of. You can see purple water off in the distance.
Swimming. No swimming, guys. No swimming.
Yes, I would advise strongly against getting in the water while it is purple. You will end up heavily mutated if you did.
How about lightly mutated, but just a little dip?
You don't want to be mutated in any way, shape, or form.
Right, just a toenail.
Is don't start down that route, because once you start, then next thing you know, you're going to want more tentacles and just. That's an order. No one goes overboard.
No, I don't want the mutation. I just want to go swimming.
I found a barrel. I cast create water. Like, you could just sit in the barrel for a bit. It's the start.
I take Renvia and I sit in the barrel.
Renvia, hold your hand. Once we get back to Idorune, the shallows around it will protect us, so we can go swimming then. We'll have all of the drowners with us, so we'll be protected.
Missed you.
I missed you too.
I'm not a person without you. You're everything. Don't do that again.
I couldn't even if I wanted to. I won't reincarnate if I die again.
I don't care what form you're in or who you happen to be. Just you.
This is my last life, so I am what I am, and you'll get what you get.
Oh. And beyond, because I'm going to keep following you. And it's hold her tighter.
Okay, so as we are getting towards the end of the session, are there any final thoughts, theories, questions, or anything that you'd like to ask before we end with you getting back to Idorune?
We're just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, we didn't die, but also the world is ending.
Yay.
Yeah. I think after some time, Athion will approach you, Nim, and he sits down next to you. So I apologise for my behaviour earlier, Nimbostratus. I'm not used to showing affection, and I've said many times I'm not used to speaking to others. I can confirm that your family did get to Idorune, although I don't know their exact location. I won't know until we get through the barrier that is protecting Idorune.
Okay. That's helpful, and I accept your apology. I'm gonna need to try and find the rest of my people as well. But this is a start.
I can't say how many of them got out, but I know that not everybody was lost.
That's something, I guess. Just a sad day.
It is.
Wait. Sorry, I don't know if I'm part of this conversation.
You can be Hoagie. Come on over.
You say Idorune's the only safe place?
Yes.
The island with the lighthouse that we stopped off at is not part of Idorune, or is it close enough that it is also safe?
It's close enough that it will be safe as well. The barrier around it will protect that part.
There's a lot of orphans there, and it's important that we protect them. We were going to pick them back up once we got Renvia.
No, it's pretty safe. Most of Idorune is... all of Idorune is protected from what's coming. It's not going to see the effect of what's happening beyond the barrier. Whereas you can see this purple ocean that's flooding in now. If you're within the barrier, you'll just see blueness.
One quick question.
Yes.
Why is Idorune the only place protected?
The final primordial sleeps on Idorune. and the final primordial was Bahamut, the dragon, the primordial dragon, should I say. He was the only one that wasn't corrupted by whatever it was that corrupted the other two primordials back during the Day of the Gods. And when he went to sleep, when the world shattered, he put up a barrier around his new home to protect it from others. So that barrier is still up because he's still sleeping. Although if 2 more seals are broken, then he will awaken, and then that barrier will go, leaving Idorune open to being swarmed over by this water like everywhere else.
That does sound like a problem for people in the future.
Definitely does sound like a problem with people in the future. Yeah, well, if the bloody Guardians had help from us, then maybe it wouldn't be such a problem. But no, everybody wants to forget about us. Yeah, as the Simicos man, Akara says as he just walks past.
I'm sorry, who is us exactly?
Us. And he points to himself and Ulfar.
Like the legendary beings.
There is no us. Ulfar's my son and also known. You are the weird monkey man who's not allowed to date him.
No, I'm definitely not dating him. He is technically my brother.
Then that's definitely not allowed, and you're also not my son.
Well, no, because Renvia is technically my sister as well. They forget to tell you these things in history books, don't they, Atheon? And Atheon looks a bit sheepish at this. There aren't 7 Guardians. Well, there are 7 Guardians, but there are also 7 Titans as well, which is what we are.
Neat.
Yes.
So you're the Titan of Fire, is that your deal?
I'm the Titan of Fire. Yes, my name is Akaris, and I'm called the Warbringer.
Oh.
That
Wow.
over there is Ulfar, and he's the Stormcaller. And then there's 5 others of us.
I hope you're not planning on bringing war here. This is a good, peaceful ship, apart from when we're doing piracy.
No. Well, I mean, when the Guardians were created, there was this whole thing where they had to be the light to the dark, and we're the dark to the light, if that makes sense. So, Peltos is the light version of fire, and I'm the dark version of fire, if that makes sense. It's that whole yin and yang thing that they say off in one of the other continents.
Well, it's dead. Sorry, too soon.
Dead. Yeah.
Way too soon, Captain. They say that in my country, so,
I'll take it.
So Ulfar is the dark version of Renvia, if that makes sense. Not evil, it's just he represents the dark version of water.
There is no dark version of water, it's just a different colour.
Wait, isn't there a Guardian of Light and a Guardian of Darkness? Do you have, the Dark Guardian of Light and the Light Guardian of Darkness?
Yeah, there's 5 of us. There's 7 of us in total, the same as there are Guardians, meaning there's 14 of us. Each of us have a regeneration cycle. When our regeneration cycle is broken, normally by being blasted by a large amount of aether, it breaks one of the seals. If enough of the seals are broken, the primordials awaken. And then once...
Every single one in detail, Nim likes knowledge.
Okay, well, you've...
Can you help me put it in a song? It might be a bit more palatable.
We can teach it to people. That would be... If you make it a nursery rhyme, people will remember.
I don't know if I can do it in song.
Guys made her sad, you gotta give her all of the things.
Look, I'm
First
not
there was Renvia. She's the guardian of water. But then there's Ulvar. He's like the opposite, but also the same.
All right. I can't do it in song form for you, but I can definitely tell you what they are. So you've got, as you know, you've got Ulfar and Renvia, Guardian and Titan of Water. Then you've got Peltos, who's the Guardian of Fire, and I'm Akaris, the Warbringer, the Guardian or the Titan of Fire. Then you've got Vyasha, who is the Guardian of Nature, and then you've got Wildir, who is the Guardian of the Titan of Nature. You've then got Morinir. I'll just go over who the Titans are because it's annoying. So you've got Wildir, who is the Oak Carver, Titan of Nature. Ulfar, the Stormcaller, Titan of Water. You've got Valdris, the Earth Lord, Titan of Earth. You've got Ares, not spelt the god Ares, spelt differently. The Winged Watcher, who is the Guardian of... Yeah, the opposite to Atheon here. Then you've got myself, Akaris, the Warbringer, the Titan of Fire. Then you've got Krina, the Moon Mistress, who is the Titan of the Light. And then you've got Peripateia, the Nightbringer, who is the Titan of Darkness.
Dumb name.
Huh.
Stupid name.
Everything else is sensible names, and that one's very long.
I mean,
It is.
Peripateia is like an unexpected turn of fate, so yeah, I suppose that works as a name.
I don't know if it's gonna fit well into a song, though. It's too many syllables. Wow, I just learned the word syllables.
You're learning a lot.
I should
Harry or
shorten it,
something.
though, to something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good, Captain.
Harry.
Taya. Taya's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, that's the one that
That's
should
a very
stick.
natural progression of names. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or Pite.
Yeah.
Pity. Yeah.
Pite.
Yeah.
Tay-Tay.
Pity the petty.
Tay-Tay. Call them Tay-Tay if you wanted.
Tay. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the Guardians didn't want to share the limelight with the Titans, so, we were forgotten about. And Atheon decided that he wanted to put a bit of a curse on this. So whenever we regenerated, we lose our memories. And then we have to find our own ways to get our memories back.
Oh, they don't like you, so that's probably worth. I like him.
They thought because we were the dark versions of their powers that we were going to turn evil or something. But, if you go through so many lifetimes and, have to keep remembering who you are, you might turn a little bit evil.
That's a skill issue.
Yeah, good scrub. Also, doesn't it imply if, this good number of seals are broken that at least some of the Titans are already been destroyed?
It's either destroyed or they've just had Renvir has had her connection broken. She'll live a long life like she normally would, but she just won't reincarnate when she dies.
So some others... Yeah, go on.
No, I shouldn't be having thoughts anyway. It's fine. You go, Captain.
Hey. We don't
No,
think
there's
about
this-
ourselves like that.
There's this person called Nat, and she's getting into the lore, and she's playing me much more intelligent than I should be right now. You go, Captain.
You had a good night's sleep and it's made you smart. Look, I'm just saying that if you're saying that, half the seals are broken and it's from the 14 either Guardians or Titans, then doesn't that imply that if the Guardians are still around, at least most of the Titans have somehow been severed, that their reincarnation is now stopped?
We know that Krina, Ares, and Wildir have all had their connections broken. I'm not sure about on the Titans side. It's not something that we can keep track of easily enough. Oddly enough, we don't have a connection to each other in that sort of way. So, which is very strange. But after speaking to them, they don't exist anymore.
Right.
I would like to turn to Ulva and go, are they speaking to you? You seem nicer, so they'd probably speak to you better.
Yeah, you can talk to me if you want to.
No. And so are your siblings speaking to you? They might have decided they don't want to talk to him anymore.
He does have a way with people, but the last person I spoke to was Peripateia, but that was 200, maybe 300 years ago.
Tay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to Merkstead anyway, so I know that Solomon is there, so I'm going to go there. And
Oh, we know
Right.
him.
We know him.
We know
He
him.
owes us money.
Yeah.
it might be good for all of us to sail to Merkstead then.
We have to remember, though, Merkstead might not be there anymore. We left when it was being overrun by the Ratlings. So,
Should we pick the orphans back up on the way? And we were going to take them back once things had blown over, right, Captain?
yes, I mean, we were going to get paid we were taking them up north, but I guess the agreement was that we take them back to Merkstead when we're done. We probably should at least check on the islands, see how they're doing. We did leave them with a couple of knives and one dog. Also, that lighthouse keeper. If he hasn't fallen down the stairs by now, hopefully maybe he's put the lamp back on. But...
His wife liked to touch my arms.
You got good arms.
Thank you.
Hey, that's the thing. You got great arms, and your thoughts are worth it, Hoagie. So don't doubt yourself. Okay.
You neither, Captain.
Hey, well, quietly stroke the wheel. Haunted. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
And as you begin sailing off back towards Idorune with a bit of the wind in your sails so you can avoid what's coming, you can see the purple water is slowly following behind you. That's where we're going to end it, because it makes sense to leave it open-ended and not have a definitive finish for the crew, because, there could be many adventures that this crew went on over time, and maybe we'll discover them in the main campaign. Don't know. Maybe at some point everybody might bug me enough to do another one, and we could do another one. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We have been Rolled Together RPG. If you'd like what you've seen, you can join us on Mondays and Tuesdays from 6 p.m. UK time, where we do either D&D stuff, non-D&D stuff, or live talking things. Check out our socials to find out what it is exactly that we're doing, or join our Discord and you'll find out there as well. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and to the D20 Club on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Tom for various different reasons. They helped us with the Discord. They help us with the wiki. They are fantastic. Anyway, we're going to go. We're going to debrief after that. And yeah, they did. The sponsors and supporters did help, and so did the D20 Club help with finding Renvia. We are going to go now.
Did nothing.
You just facilitated it, right?
Yeah.
We are going to go, and we will see you all next time. Bye.